Ball Weep, Grogno Weep, Nitty Bong, TF Addicts. This is TFA 1024, the TF Addict here, coming to you with another thrilling episode of the Transformers Thought Corner, or TFTC for short, whatever you decide to do to preserve your mouth muscles. I'm your host, TFA 1024, the TF Addict, and with me today I have my wonderful co-hosts.
Hello, I'm Cybertronian. I am a co-admin of the channel. I do a lot of other work for this here too and other people. Currently, I am working with TFI Creations for their up-and-coming Jurassic Spark video. I helped create the story, write the script, and I'm also voicing in it. I work with the TFI team still right now. It's going to be awesome when it comes out, but that's where I'm working at the moment. But yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you, my friend. Glad to have you.
Okie dokie, my name is TF Addictress 4891. I am the girlfriend to TFA, and you can find me on
and fiance.
IG.
We keep forgetting that. Girlfriend and fiance. We keep forgetting that.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. But I think we decided to just go with boyfriend and girlfriend for now and save the proper proposal until.
Yep.
So.
Okay, you can find me on IG that way with the exact same lettering. I think I might have an underscore somewhere, but you'll find me. Right now I'm just I'm going ham with EarthSpark because it's living rent free in my mind. But I try and I'm up to date usually on figures and other Transformers news. But I'm only gonna report on it if it interests me. Like for example, I want that Velocitron Cosmos.
God damn you, scalpers!
Yeah, that's me.
All right.
Hello there. I am Flaming Bees, and to quote Jango Fett, I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe. I'm currently not involved in anything. I'm hoping to be, like if anybody has any, I can do voice acting, so if anyone's ever needing talent, hit me up. And I'm a nerd of all trades. Just want to throw that out there.
I mean, it shows that display that you have back there is.
That's just a fraction. Well, thank you. That's just a fraction. I love the pose that I have. Very awkward. Okay, I'm pointing at it. The arc. Yeah, the ceiling is. At my old apartment, I feel like the ceiling would have been high enough for him to be able to be standing up straight. But the ceiling here at my new apartment is lower, so I'm like,
yeah. I can kind of see Omega Supreme's little back fins barely touching the ceiling.
Yeah, and behind him is Fort Max. And Metroplex, that's the cannons or the guns on his shoulders that make him unable to stand up. So I have him just displayed sitting down. I imagine him sitting down, watching the sunset because finally the war is over, peace in our time. And I believe, I thought I had the Legends class Optimus Prime in his hand, but I had the Arc just kneeling, just
yeah, like a Captain Morgan pose. Yeah, I like that. Cool.
Thank you. This is just a fraction of my collection.
My name's Blackwatch Jazz. I can be found on YouTube and Instagram. I try to make some half-decent reviews, and please do, if you can, check out my latest review, The Legacy Metroplex, and I'm currently voicing Jazz and Sideways in Jaws Prime Revenge. So yeah, happy to be here.
Happy to have you, everyone. All links for all their social medias and such will be provided in the description down below of this video, so please be sure to support everyone here because while support costs nothing, same as kindness, it is incredibly valuable and we sincerely appreciate it. Some of us here are trying to be aspiring content creators. Other people are just here for fun, just want to grow a following. make some friends. That's what we're all about here on the TF Addicts for Life community. Okay, so for today's episode, we did not talk about this topic in episode 80, which there will be a link provided down in the description down below, as well as an end screen that will possibly be added later on. And everything will be there, as well as a card in the upper right-hand corner. I'll be sure to include that after this is officially updated. If not tonight, it'll be probably tomorrow afternoon. So just keep in mind, there are stuff that you can watch there. I will warn you, episode 80 is almost 4.5 hours long, so feel free to skim through it if you want to, but please feel free to go check that out. And again, support everyone involved. We sincerely appreciate it. So on today's episode, we finally breached 80 episodes. We're at 81, so hey, congratulations to TFTC, still growing and going strong. And I also want to welcome Blackwatch Jazz and Flaming Bees for joining us. You guys are newcomers, so I hope you enjoy it. I hope that you get enough to say, because I want to make sure everyone is fair here. Yeah, let's talk about EarthSpark. So STCC has officially concluded, unfortunately, sadness. But like all good things, it must come to an end. And I will say that EarthSpark is something that I am severely excited for. I am absolutely ecstatic for this show. We got our first clip, a first 5-minute, 6-minute clip. Paramount Plus or Paramount YouTube channel, as well as Nickelodeon, provided 2 different teasers. Instagram provided its own teaser in the form of a reel. There's a lot of good stuff to look forward to this show. I'm trying to find. Yeah, let's just do this one for right now. The voice acting cast alone has me absolutely flabbergasted, because there were so many voice talents that I've been growing up with recently from popular shows such as The Owl House, My Hero Academia, Kipo, and The Age of the Wonder Beasts. There's a lot of involvement from many different people from many different projects across many different production companies that are involved with this. This is Nickelodeon's first ever Transformers show, so that's kind of a big deal. Everything just looks really good. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to do like a full-on trailer breakdown with screen caps and everything, because unfortunately TFW 2005 failed to provide.
Step it up over there, boys. Thank you for what you do, though.
But we are going to talk about the trailer. We're going to break it down. We're going to give our thoughts on it, and we're also going to be making predictions and theories, something I feel like TF Addicts will very much enjoy. I had to call you out, sweetheart.
No, I am just trying to contain it right now, because I can just feel it coming on. And if you don't mind, maybe I could share my laptop screen, because I have a couple screen caps for my theories and junk.
Oh, absolutely, go for it.
Well, when my turn comes.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, also, I just want to say this as well before we begin. Thank you everyone so much for who's been tuning in so far. Yes, I know the live stream was supposed to start at 8, but stuff happens, life happens. I'm not a professional, so bear with me. But a brief shout out to the judge of Lore Master Starscream. I'm sorry I have not answered your comment on my community tab post. I will be sure to do that later. Connor Drift the Samurai. Yes, I know you were waiting. I am sorry. I am not a professional. Leave me alone. But welcome. Happy to have you. And also hello to TFan 1985, otherwise known as TFan 1985 Official on Instagram, as well as Chaplin and Marvelous Prime, and also, who recently just joined us, Justin Yates. So, welcome everybody. Please feel free to share your thoughts down in the live chat or the comment section respectfully down below. Be part of the conversation, because the Transformers Thought Corner is the only thought corner that makes you think. Let's get down to it. So at Transformers EarthSpark, we've gotten quite a big bit of footage. Many different shots, a lot of shared stuff from each individual piece of video that we have seen. Little bits of different dialogue from each little video, little teaser, little clip. But on first glance, this is going to be amazing. I'm really excited for what's coming for EarthSpark. The designs, the CG, we all knew it was going to be a 3D cartoon, because let's face it, that's what Transformers is from now on, unfortunately. Granted, BotBots went back to 2D as well, which I do appreciate, but I miss 2D Transformers shows. So yeah, the bots are back. We have Optimus Prime, voiced by Alan Tudyk, and we'll go more into the cast later. We have Elita 1, who's voiced by Cissy Jones, who you may recognize as Lilith Clawthorne from the Owl House on Disney. And then we also have Danny Pudi as Bumblebee from the hit show Community, as well as various other projects. I only know him from Community.
Really?
Oh, right. He was also... Oh, crap. I always screw up the
was
name.
a duck.
The duck.
Huey?
Huey.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So also Huey from DuckTales, who also did a great job there as well. We also have Morgan Mo Malto as well as Robbie Malto. Robbie is I forget the voice for the. I think this was the one that was voiced by the actress who voiced Wolf from Keep on the Age of the Wonder Beast, or it's either Morgan, voice actor, who's the voice.
Sydney Michaela. She does Robbie.
Okay, so yeah, she was the one that did Wolf too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. And then also something I didn't talk about in my my TFTC extra, which please go check that out later on. We also have Thrash Malto and Twitch Malto, which my prediction about how these two characters are going to look, how Thrash was going to be the Silverbot and Twitch was going to be, it made sense. Yeah, the fact that they have human last names is something so new to Transformers. I'm so excited to see how that's going to play out. So that's going to be really cool. I'll dive more into that in a little bit as well. And then we also have, where is he? Oh, there's no shot of Megatron, is there? Unfortunately, I can't remember a lot of the voice actors for the humans or for the parents, but I'm pretty sure Rebecca will cover that later. But we also have our new human villain, who's basically kind of going to be like Mech, but like mad scientist. This is Mandroid, who is voiced by the voice actor who did Hoss Delgado and Batman from Batman the Brave and the Bold. Diedrich. What was his name?
Diedrich Bader. Okay.
Yeah, Diedrich Bader. Thank you. He will be voicing Mandroid in Transformers EarthSpark, so I'm super excited to hear him. Though I was kind of hoping I'd hear something more like this from Mandroid.
Yeah, he might.
I don't know. We kind of heard him in the trailer, but
that doesn't mean that's how it's going to sound completely.
no, that's fair. There's a better look at him, as well as his Arachnomex, which, yay, Spider-Bots!
Arachnomex. That sounds so cool.
Love it. I would have just called them like arachnoids, because like arachnid androids. Disclaimer: sorry for people who are afraid of spiders, but
golly, why?
Don't
Anyway,
die. We're going for a funeral.
No promises. Anyway, I think Arachnoid would have been a nice little throwback reference to Beast Wars.
I was thinking. Oh, okay. I'm not good at this. I was thinking more so like. Has anyone ever seen that old cartoon Mighty Max?
No.
Like, there was a spider episode there, and it was like the scientist who was like messing with all kinds of spider stuff, and he merged like kind of like 90s Spider-Man Peter Parker kind of way, where he's like part spider and then he has like his human head on it, and he just goes, "I am Arachnoid," which I thought was pretty cool. So it would have been a nice little throwback as well. But yeah, where to begin? Cyborg, you didn't get to talk a lot last episode, so I want to give the mic to you. So, tell me your thoughts on what you thought about Transformers Mark's new first look.
Just the overall first look.
Yeah,
I like. I think the animation is really very slick. It's like it's on that same vein of Prime. Like when it comes to the fluid animation of the battles, even from the small things we've seen, I'm excited to see that. All the character designs are pretty sick. There's my only one exception that I still find jarring is the little sister character. She might look a little tally like her face is like too bug-eyed for me. But everyone else is great. I'm excited for the cast. I've heard of half these guys. The other half, I've heard of the shows they've been in, but not seen them myself. I'm extremely excited for the casting of Megatron. I enjoyed Game of Thrones.
I didn't know that about you.
Oh yeah, having the Hound voice Megatron is exciting to hear. I think I don't know. The idea of Earth born Transformers is just really cool. I'm surprised it's taken us so long, but I guess the whole point of what they're doing now with this and Rise of the Beast is they're trying to expand different. They're trying to step away from just the regular Autobot versus Decepticon story, and this is a pretty good way to start. Our new Autobots are pretty nice looking. You know, we've only just seen what they look like. We don't really know who they are yet as characters. I'm excited to see how that is. And I also when we were talking about Mandroid, I think it's kind of silly. I mean, it's a great name. It's super easy, just blend in that 2 words there. But I find it, I was like, wow, Mandroid. All right, I guess.
I mean, it's stupid, but like
it's not like bad stupid. I'm saying like it's
it's like
still a Saturday morning villain name.
Yeah. It's like Transformers. It's like Transformers animated with like Professor Princess, the Angry Archer, Slow-Mo, and like all of them. So
exactly.
It's kind of cool.
If they play cool with it, then I'm all down for it. I will, especially I didn't know that Hostile Fellow was voicing him, so that makes it even better for me.
No, that's what, like, I legitimately kind of like, I got really excited when I was like going through the cast and everything. Like, I was freaking out more about like Cissy Jones and Zeno Robinson and Catherine Cavari, but like when I learned that was the same VA who did Hoss Delgado from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and Batman for Batman the Brave and the Bold, I'm like, he has to do the voice. Like, what we heard in the trailer is kind of cool. It's different.
We only have
like,
one line, but
I know, but still, it's like I want him to do
slower. We might hear that Hoss.
I want him to do that whole thing. Like, I want him to do that whole spiel as Hoss Delgado, but as a mad scientist. Like, I just think that'd be really funny.
Flamin' Bees.
All right, Mandroid. Like, I keep thinking of like, okay, apparently in Marvel Comics, like S.H.I.E.L.D. had these automated robots or something. Don't quote me on this. I'm not 100% sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I apologize if I'm dead wrong.
I'm about to apologize, too, to interrupting. Hey, Alfonso! Welcome, dude.
Hello there.
The man himself.
Anyway,
happy belated birthday. I know I already thanked or said it. Sorry, Beast.
It's all right. The only thing I know is that they're giant robots that are affiliated with S.H.I.E.L.D. and they're called Mandroids. So, like, every time I think of that, like, I hear that name from this dude, I think of those things.
Oh, yeah.
And my question is, is that a prosthetic overkill robotic arm, or is that just something he just slips on and just like, oh, look at me?
The Infinity Gauntlet.
I genuinely think he might have lost like his actual arm.
It's weird because I was actually thinking of the same thing, like only the Infinity Gauntlet, like the Marvel Legends replica. Like you slip it on and you can like move the fingers. Like, I was thinking the same thing. That's so weird.
I'm thinking, and this will tie in more into theories later. I'm just gonna say this and then move forward from it. But I genuinely think maybe something like he's kind of doing like a Dr. Connors thing, like where the Lizard had an accident. Obviously, Doc Connors had an accident. He was trying to get his arm back, and then he became the Lizard. But instead of that, he just lost his arm. He saw like because apparently in this show, for its timeline, it's very mixed right now. But from what we heard before, we were told it was taking place in the middle of the Cybertronian Civil War on Earth. And now, from new information from Rebecca, from what she shared to me from a guy on Twitter, they're saying that it's after the end of the war.
Yes.
Which that has me very confused. So either way, what I'm about to say is going to work because it could have been during, it could have been after. But maybe he lost his arm from like an incident involving Cybertronians, and he just saw like a random Decepticon's arm or even a random Autobot's arm, and I was like, I want that. I want to put that on my body, and just incorporated it into his whole aesthetic. Because that's kind of what it looks like. Like that doesn't look man-made. That looks very.
It'd be cool if it was like, because I do think it is. I mean, it is confirmed it's after the Civil War, and so it'd be interesting. Like maybe he takes Transformers personally. Like maybe something happened and he hates them.
So kind of similar to like how James Savoy in Cemetery Wind,
or maybe like he took out like one Bot or Khan, and but during a fight he lost an arm, and just like I'm taking this. Like that's how you follow it in Autobot or Transformer arm. That he
Or I was thinking maybe he had a loss, like he lost a loved one or something to a Transformer, Autobot, Decepticon. He doesn't know and he doesn't care, and he lost his arm in the process, and maybe he like incorporated like a fallen Cybertronian's arm as a prosthetic, and I don't know, like these are some really interesting theories.
I was gonna say like these are really cool ideas, but I'm sure this Nickelodeon cartoon's not gonna do any of them.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like we always thought, like Transformers Prime when we first saw it was gonna be kind of like. We didn't think it was going to be super dark. Like everyone was under like such an impression, but like obviously everyone was blown away with like the groundbreaking modern day CG. So maybe it'll do a similar thing to it. Because keep in mind also there are some really talented writers involved in this. Specifically, one of the writers in Rise of the TMNT, and then I assume because I know Nick Roach is associated with this as I believe a character designer, but I think he might have some writing involvement.
Well, I know that one of the head writers for Rescue Bots is on this.
That's what it was. I wasn't. Yeah. So and Rescue Bots was. Oh my God, Rescue Bots. I love it. So I mean, I have hopes. I definitely have hopes for this. Because like anyone can be under the impression that like this is going to be all kiddie. It's going to be all silly and stupid. But like from what we've seen so far, it actually looks pretty intense. I really dig it. I'm sorry, Beast. Did you have anything else that you want to say? Did I cut you off?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay. Anyone else?
One thing I do want to say though is with Transformers Prime, when that came out, I was a bit skeptical because I guess part of my skepticism on whether it would be good is because instead of like regular cell animation, they went full 3D CGI animation.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess like back then, change was bad. For me, I accept change, but I approach with caution now. Because I don't want to judge. I don't want to jump to conclusions. I do want to give it a fair chance. And this, and Transformers Prime, like it definitely, the character design, some of them look weird. I was.
Sorry, I'm just doing this to display and keep up with chat interaction.
As I'm reading. Yeah, you never know. Just golly, what did I eat or swallow? You never know. I think I'm dying.
Dang it, you didn't hear me.
Anyway, I was pretty pissed at first at how they designed Soundwave. I'm like, what horror movie did this crawl out of? What the? Then I watched the show.
Well, I mean, when a Slender Man meets a UAV, they make a baby, and that baby turns out to be Soundwave.
And he had a sibling, Starscream. Because that's another issue I had. Starscream was so spindly and just like, what?
Yeah, but he didn't give off Slender Man vibes compared to Soundwave. Anyway, we're getting slightly off topic.
Yeah. So anyway, the character designs I was a bit put off by at first, but then I started giving the show a chance. I got into it, and I was able to. Yeah, I started the designs warmed. I warmed up to the designs. I these are actually pretty good. These are pretty cool. And
I think the ones that stand out to me the most, like Elita, being like this off-road like truck kind of vehicle, and like still kind of pertaining a lot of elements from her G1 design. Like that looks sick.
Oh yeah, and I wasn't finished yet. Just I didn't know if you knew, but I wasn't finished yet.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
All right, so right now, the design. It's obviously CG animation, like it's traditionally these days now, and the character designs. I'm trying not to hate them because I don't want to judge things before I give it a fair chance. I'm giving it a fair chance, and just the overall designs and aesthetics. It's definitely very different from what I've seen before. With Robots in Disguise 2015 and Cyberverse, yeah, just the way those shows were and how they seemed is just a bit off-putting to me. I just couldn't get into them. So I am hoping that this will blow me away. I'm hoping that this will be good. And yeah, the designs, they're not bad. I mean, I don't know. Like I'm like at first I was about to say maybe I wish they'd kind of go a different route with the design instead of making characters like Optimus Prime look like the spitting image of his G1 design. But then I was like, but honestly, you can't deviate too far. There we go. You honestly can't deviate too far away from the source material. Otherwise, I mean, what are they expecting us? What are they? God damn! I can't talk and think at the same time again.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, if people were expecting a different route for the designs, what are they expecting? Like some kind of something from Stranger Things or something?
I mean, I personally had thoughts about like redesigning Transformers characters aside from like the basic essentials, as I like to call it, for Transformers designs. Like, ever since the Marvel show What If came out, I began to wonder, like, what if Transformers weren't Transformers we know? What if Optimus Prime was a jet? What if Bumblebee was like an ATV? What if Ironhide was a car instead of a truck? Or like stuff like that.
A bright yellow. Okay. Oh, ATV. Okay, I was thinking of
like a quad.
Okay, yeah, that would be really tiny.
Yeah, and it would fit Bumblebee because I mean he's a small boy.
He's always been a little guy, yeah.
Yeah, and also mass shifting exists. So because it's not just metal, everyone keeps forgetting that Transformers are organic metal. They're able to manipulate that at whim. I mean, look at Transformers Prime RC. Look at a lot of the Movieverse characters, where all the rest of their parts go. Like,
Yeah. Okay. Although with the movie designs, okay, the people who animated them actually put in the effort to, like, I guess, figure out where each individual actual part would actually go in vehicle mode. Now, with Prime RC, yeah, I'm just like, there's no excuse for that. I mean, why? It's like, yeah, the motorcycle transforms, and the rest of RC hobbles into the picture and attaches to it. I'm just like, what the?
The other thing also,
so big.
The other thing also about like Transformers designs is that recently, because of the whole Evergreen thing, that's why we've been seeing a lot of the same elements and almost like same mirror to mirror designs of a lot of the Transformers characters. So like originally the design that we had for Bumblebee, being the little plumpy Volkswagen boy that he is, significantly got changed after the live action movies. And then incorporated a similar design into Transformers Prime, and then Robots in Disguise 2015 decided to just completely redo him, and then Cyberverse came. But even before all that, IDW was the one behind Bumblebee's design, because that was when they took more elements from, a more creative approach, and now that we've seen Bumblebee as a muscle car with these similar design traits, that's kind of carried over into Cyberverse, and it's carried over to EarthSpark here. The only difference is he's not just like the basic yellow car, like the little round one. From what it looks like, in EarthSpark anyway, it looks like Bumblebee transforms into a Ford GT, or a Ford GT inspired car, which I think is really cool.
Yeah. So, with that said, I currently do not have a Paramount Plus. I've been on the fence about it for a while.
Same.
I might try and get an account. I might make an account. I might, find another means of watching the show, which there is a means for me to watch this for free.
Well, I want to stop at
that on the internet. But with that said, I am going to give this show a fair chance.
And that's good. I think that's what everyone needs to do, is just go in with an open mind, not just be like an elitist or someone.
Like,
is that what Bumblebee sounds like? He's supposed to be voiced by Dan Gilvezan. That's not Optimus Prime, that's Alan Tudyk.
I find this fucking
That's the guy from Firefly, not Optimus Prime.
I'll bet you added the list. But yeah, I want to give a brief note. Yes, this is being promoted for Paramount Plus, but I think it's going to be a similar treatment with how they're doing the new Rugrats cartoon, where it's going to be on Paramount Plus, and then it's going to carry over to Nickelodeon. So If you want to wait, feel free. But Paramount Plus, if you already have it, then go ahead and enjoy. Go ahead and enjoy the show. Oh, there's a better shot of Optimus. Go ahead and enjoy the show on Paramount Plus. But like I said, it is going to come over to Nickelodeon. This is Nickelodeon's first big Transformers cartoon. So it's preferences, choices. They're a thing that exists if you decide to do them.
Optimus Prime commands you to pull his finger.
Also, something else I really want to take note of in this is I love the new insignias.
Don't. I want to talk about that.
Like, we're not going into theories and everything yet, but I just want to point that out. I love these new insignias. There's something about them that just is really striking to me, and they're so diverse from the traditional Autobot Decepticon insignia. So I'm wondering, is this like a human Cybertronian alliance kind of deal? Because that's what it looks like. It looks like it almost reminds me of Nest in a way.
Yeah.
All right.
I can tell she wants to talk about it so bad.
No, because you basically just stole everything I was gonna say.
Great minds.
Think alike.
Yep.
Like it almost looks like, I can't see it very well because I don't have a means of like zooming in, but like from how I'm able to see it, it almost looks like one of the Quintesson faces to me. Like I can't remember the name of each individual Quintesson faces. But it's like
oh fuck! Hold on. Now you got me like OCD mode.
Rage, death, laughter. Forget the other two.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me grab the Quintesson figure I have.
I know it's death, war, judgment, wisdom, and
this one. This face. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, I got 4 out of 5, I think. Either way, yeah, I
that's what it looks like.
A lot of the design cues I also really enjoy. Like, yeah, I know everyone kind of hates on the evergreen design, but that's just kind of what they have to work with right now until they decide to redo them again. But what I do appreciate is that for the first time in a long time since Age of Extinction last night, Optimus is now a long-nosed cab over again. And it almost gives me like Transformers Armada vibes, so I'm also eager for that as well, because Armada is my shit. But yeah, let's hear from someone else. Who else hasn't spoken yet? Whoever wants to go next, feel free.
Yeah, I haven't spoken yet.
Go for
Me
it.
neither.
Well, who wants to go first? Who wants to go next?
I guess
I'm
I'll go
currently
first.
eating, so Jazz, you go first.
Okay. Well, my current thoughts on what we have right now for EarthSpark is I'm definitely willing to give it a chance. And something I really do like is the Megatron design. I love how it looks a lot like our IDW design. I really like that. Yeah, it's kind of dumb how they didn't put a picture of Megatron. That's a pretty big.
Yeah, especially and like they didn't even do like a full trailer breakdown or anything. And why? Hold on, I want to see if I can find it. Because I want to share off that Megatron design because that thing looks so good.
Yeah, really similar to IDW Megatron. I absolutely love it.
Okay, so this is that's on Reddit. I don't want to be on Reddit. Come on, give me a good one. Holy crap, Deviant artists are already at work.
Yeah, they are.
Can I just like full screen? Can I just like screen share full image of this, or do I have to share the I don't want to share DeviantArt. Nothing against DeviantArt, just you never know with this site. It's almost as bad, if not worse, as Tumblr. Again, I feel like
Tumblr is
I can't find a good picture. Damn it! I found toys, but they didn't include like a. That sucks. Fuck it, I'll screw it. I can't talk. I'll share it on Reddit. It's fine. I'll just do a full screen and then go from there. So give me 1 minute. I have to get all this all set up. Come on. There we go. There we go. All right. You can tell I'm a professional, can't you?
Best of the best.
Aha. There we go. Yeah, that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Everyone kept mentioning IDW, and I was just like, I never saw it. And then I looked at Megatron's design from IDW, and then again, I remembered Nick Roach is involved with this show as a designer. So I'm also like, yeah, there's definitely going to be some IDW similarities, and I'm all for it because IDW, thanks to Cyborg Raptor, is literally one of my all-time favorite universes of Transformers media of all time. Like, that is one of the most well-written, most diverse, most unique installments in the Transformers franchise I've ever had the pleasure of going through. It's an experience, and I'm all for it. And I love this Megatron design. So he's a helicopter again! Oh, finally, a Megatron that isn't a tank or a jet. He's finally a different form. That makes me so happy. But anyway, please continue, Jazz. I'm sorry.
Anyways, there is one thing I am really hoping we get to see, hopefully, or not just more Autobots, but Jazz. I'm really hoping to see Jazz in this.
Well, we were supposed to get Jazz in Cyberverse, and she was going to be a female that time, but that never happened, unfortunately. I would have wanted to see that, actually. It would have been cool.
I'm wondering why they're holding off on Jazz, like in general. Like, I hope he's in this one too now, because that's a good point. Like, the more I think about it, like Jazz was kind of like absent in a while. I mean, I know he was in RID, but not much.
Yeah, but it was more of like a cameo and like supportive role later on.
Kind of a fun, like guest of the week kind of thing.
Like, are they? I don't want to make this sound like racy or anything, but are they holding back from certain characters because of certain of stereotypes?
Oh no, I don't think that's the case at all.
I don't like with how modern day companies are nowadays. You wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, you wouldn't be acting like movie one Jazz, but I'm sure they wouldn't be. Yeah, they wouldn't do anything like that.
Because I would like to see Jazz come back. The tease in Cyberverse when Wild Wheels episode was there. It's like, oh, that's a funny, that's funny, Jazz. I'm like, hey, there he is. But where is he / she / they?
Sorry, we keep cutting off. Blackwatch Jazz. Sorry.
Hmm?
I think we got off topic. I don't know.
Oh yeah, sorry, Jazz.
I think I am finished for now.
Okay. Rebecca, you got any thoughts or anything on? I mean, obviously you have thoughts. Of course you do.
Does she have thoughts? Yes, she has thoughts.
Okay, well, I mean, what do you want my thoughts on, specifically, right now? Because I got tons of them.
How about an overview of just the footage and everything that we both experienced together? Because literally, not gonna lie, real life story here. That was when I was actually being the guy behind the guy. So when FC203 on Instagram, which by the way, please go support him on Instagram. He does an absolute fantastic job as not only an Amazon affiliate, but as well as a Transformers news reporter. He's almost on the level as Silver Optimus or JT Prime 17 on TFW. He did such a fantastic job with the SDCC coverage. I felt so bad because I felt like I was competing against him. I'm like, who's going to be first? Is it going to be me or is it going to be him? And there were times where I would be first and then he would be first. And it's like, oh, we're on equal footing. But he did such a fantastic job, and I was constantly in the TFW 2005 forum all throughout that second day of SDCC for Transformers. So the minute those teasers and everything went up, I sent them to Rebecca. I watched them first, obviously, because I'm sorry, I had to. I'm the TF addict. It's in my name.
I have nothing against you.
But she watched them, and then she freaked the fuck out. It was so cute. I love that. That was an experience I got to have. But yeah, continue. Sorry, I keep talking over.
All right, let's see. Speaking in general terms, I'm gonna come find out. I am fucking excited. I mean, it's just the designs alone, and the designs alone, they're great. The animation, I was skeptical. I was kind of a little skeptical, oh no, is it gonna be bad? But then no, it blew me away. It proved me wrong in the best way possible.
I was so skeptical too whenever the promotional art for all the stuff was coming out, because I was like, well, this is gonna be 3D, but we haven't seen it in 3D motion yet. So, well, aside from that one teaser, that was I think.
Yeah, but that was kind of nothing.
Yeah. Especially that transformation with Thrash. That was like, I get you're teasing a transformation, but like, no, that was Thrash. The transformation for Thrash in the later on before Robbie says, "You're a transformer."
That's Twitch.
Nope. Twitch is the
Exactly.
Five.
I'm talking about Thrash, the motorcycle, because whenever we go later on into that
Cafe Racer.
What?
That's his alt mode. He's a cafe racer.
Oh. I was like, did you say that's Moon Racer? But what I was saying though, like for promotion wise, is like they were teasing a transformation of Thrash for
I'm aware. And Twitch.
For that, yeah, and Twitch. But I'm saying for Thrash specifically, like they tease that transformation and they have him do like a double or triple donut and then dissolve halfway through from his transformation from vehicle to robot.
I remember.
So that's why I was like hesitant about, okay, how are these guys actually going to transform? How are they going to look? Because that's going to be kind of like weird if we don't see that. So I'm glad we got to see it. But anyway, please continue. I'm sorry I keep talking over.
It's fine. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm just so excited. And when I found out about the cast, like, in TFA Sports, I freaked out. Like, honestly, I started vibrating. Like, literally.
Same.
And then, the footage, finally got released because I was waiting, the entire day of Saturday of day 2 of FTC, wondering, okay, when's the trailer gonna drop? And then we got so much more, and I'm so happy.
I think we knew, because, people were always, really anticipating, more reveals on what we got, and I knew EarthSpark was going to be the biggest thing because it got its own panel. And I knew we were going to at least see Wave 3 or 4 of Legacy, but people are still holding on to Studio Series, and I think it's safe to say that anything regarding Studio Series is either going to be their random Studio Series Sunday on Instagram, or it's most likely going to be a leak, considering we've already gotten looks at Wheelie, we've gotten listings for Crosshairs and the Fallen, and we've gotten a listing for Studio Series 86 Voyager class Ironhide. So anything regarding Studio Series was basically null and void that day. But when it came to EarthSpark, I mean, Jesus Christ, did they really drop a lot on us? So
yeah, I think I've said my piece. I'm excited. I mean, we'll dive into other series later, so I'll stay quiet about that for now.
Alrighty. Trying to pull up the cast because that was something I wanted to talk about. I need to find the proper post and everything. There we go. Much better. No, they didn't add a separate picture. Are you kidding me? Okay, yes, you did. Thank you. Yeah, from everything that I've seen from EarthSpark so far, I'm 100% convinced this is going to be a good show. I say 100, but that's more optimism speaking. If I'm being realism about it, it's more like a 75 to about a 90%, because I always like to keep an open mind about everything. Like, you can even ask Cyborg here. When Age of Extinction and The Last Night came out, I was very optimistic. I was very hopeful. That's how I've been all my life, because I'm not going to be, as what some people call, an apologist, or I'm not going to be like a pleaser about that. Like, because I'm very easy to please when it comes to Transformers. You do a new design, I love it. You get a new voice actor for an already popular character. Guess what? I love it.
Or a new character.
Exactly. I don't care. That's the evolution of Transformers. That's the entire concept, is change. So I don't understand when people get so upset about, okay, the mistreatment of Peter Cullen and Frank Welker for the Netflix series, 100% justified. That was bullshit. All because Netflix wanted to save some money and didn't want to go through non-union voice actors. Or union voice act. Come on. But people getting upset about designs such as these in EarthSpark or in Transformers Prime or even in the movies, it's like your characters that you've come to know and love are not always going to be the same. Literally treat it as the multiverse, considering that is the big major media gimmick right now. There are different variants of characters, hundreds of thousands upon millions of Transformers characters in the known universe.
Mm-hmm.
Each one has their own variant. Each one has their own distinct look for their respective universe. Respect it. That's all I'm going to say about that. But when it comes to Don't worry, we're not ending yet. But when it comes to like literally anything new, there are people out there who just instantly put down like the show or anything like that, and it's the stupidest fucking thing that I keep having to see in this fandom. It's like I can't remember fully who said it first, but there was someone who said that Transformers fans are the only ones who hate Transformers.
Where's the lie?
That's a statement that is very true, because no matter what we get, how we get it, we are always going to bitch and whine and moan about it. And I find that acceptable to a degree, but to carry that same type of behavior onto other future Transformers media or based on listings and immediately going, oh, this is going to suck and everything. Here's a word of advice. Keep your expectations and hopes low, because then you will never be disappointed.
Exactly.
That's some Spider-Man No Way Home type stuff right there.
I mean, yeah, I did get a little inspiration from MJ, but also that is basically what I do as well. I always try not to look at every day as like having a good day or everything being good, because the world isn't like that, unfortunately. And some people just fail to share that perspective, which, hey, more power to you. But don't ruin it for the rest of us who actually want to enjoy this stuff. I've seen the TFW 2005 forums. That place is a toxic cesspool. So, but yeah. How we all feeling for the new show so far?
Well, you know me, I'm fucking excited. Like, you know, I was like, you know, I had so many theories. I was excited, like, you know, but at the same time, I was like, okay, just like you said, keep your expectations low. But at the same time, I couldn't, and then it turned out also to be like, you know, that it turned out to be great and more.
The other reason I said that too is because that was my overall premise for my preferred perspective for SBCC in general, because like everyone was so anticipating at Studio Series and such, and I was hoping for like at least wave 4 of Legacy, but then I was also like, no, they're probably going to save that for another event. And they also did confirm there's a PulseCon happening on the 29th of September to the 1st of October, and we still have New York Comic Con or New York Toy Fair.
Ooh.
So obviously we're going to get some Transformers Studio Series then. And I'm hoping we get to see even more of the EarthSpark toy line, because I know we talked about it last episode. But, dude, those deluxes, even the Warrior classes look really good. Like, I'm more excited for that deluxe class Megatron. That thing looks absolutely... Oh, I need it. I need it. I need it. That's all I can keep saying. I just need it. It's such a cool design for Megatron. But yeah, anyone else? I want to make sure I'm not cutting anyone off.
I'm excited. Excuse me.
I'm dying.
No promises. I'm excited about it, looking forward to it, because, only because Alan Tudyk, he's a very underrated actor. I mean, why isn't he up there with the A-listers or anything? You know, he's got range. And I want to hear more of him as Optimus Prime, and I want to see how he handles the role. Screw the haters, exactly. Yeah, I want to see how he is as Optimus Prime. I mean,
sorry, you don't have to keep reading them. I'm just doing it for the engagement.
Yeah, it's
so
a little
please.
distracting at first. Like, let's read what.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Just expect that throughout the live show. I should have mentioned that before, but yeah, please continue.
Yeah, he's done the voice of a Disney character in many Disney movies for the last several years. He was.
Mm-hmm.
He was also Dutch.
From Wreck-It Ralph.
He was also Dutch in Dark of the Moon.
Yes. Yeah, he was him, and in Frozen, he was. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
The Duke of Weselton. Sorry,
yes.
I mean
and
Weaselton.
in reference to that, he was a character named Weaselton in Zootopia.
Yeah.
He was
Thank
someone.
you.
Yeah, he was someone in. I can't remember his name. Again, it's been a while since I've seen this. Someone in Big Hero 6. What the heck was it called? And
Alistair Craig.
Moana, in Moana.
He was the chicken.
Yeah, and in Moana, he was the voice or the vocal effects, at least, for Hey, the fucking brain dead chicken.
What?
Yeah, that
You
he's
didn't know that?
That was Alan Tudyk.
Yes, he was the chicken.
if that's not range. I don't know what is. He was the voice of the chicken.
And he's currently voicing on the Joker in the new Harley Quinn series. And now that is amazing.
You're like,
every time I remember Joker, I just can't help but think of the one line after he's unmasked Batman. He's like, "Where's my goddamn electric car, Bruce?"
But yeah, like he is so underrated. He does not get enough recognition. So, with that said, I look forward to seeing how he is as Optimus Prime.
The other thing about that too, also, is I had a conversation with this in my my Instagram post, and shout out to everyone who commented and shared and liked that as well. Thank you very much. But like, there were people getting upset that it wasn't Peter Cullen, and I want also happy belated birthday to Peter Cullen, the voice of Optimus Prime. I can understand the frustration, but as I mentioned, similar to designs, similar to character choices and being like revamped and everything, voice actors are the same way. I 100% agree that Peter Cullen is Optimus Prime. He created that character from following his brother's advice, his brother Larry. You know, be strong, but be gentle. And he embodied that. He projected that onto Optimus, and that is the Optimus Prime we've come to know and love to this day. If it was not for Peter Cullen, yes, we would not have Optimus Prime. However, Peter Cullen ain't immortal. There is a day where he is going to die, and we are going to have to say goodbye to Optimus and embrace a new one. There are suitable voice actors. I will not say replacements, because no one can replace a character or a voice actor just like that. No one. People are irreplaceable. It's not possible. But I will say, we've had candidates from Gary Chalk to even that of David Kay to Jake Fushi, which not my first pick. No offense to him, but not my first pick.
Yeah,
and now, go ahead.
May I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Fushi, I feel like he has potential to be like he could be Peter Cullen's not replacement. What his
standing?
Essentially his heir.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like he has the potential. He has the voice down. What bugs me about his Optimus Prime is that he just doesn't seem to get the personality just right.
It's not even the personality either. Sorry to cut you off. I just want to chime in, piggyback off of that real brief. It's not even the personality. He's literally doing a Peter Cullen impression. That's something that every like Optimus voice actor has done, is they're doing Peter Cullen impressions because that's what they're familiar with. Like Neil Kaplan did a Peter Cullen inspired voice, but he did a fantastic Optimus Prime in Robots in Disguise 2001.
That's a show I still need to watch.
It's a good show. Watch it.
No. But yeah, like I feel like if Jake Fushi could like train with Peter Cullen, he just might be a good, heir, basically. I mean, like Mel Blanc, the man of 1,000 voices, the original voice actor for Bugs Bunny, among other Looney Tunes characters and cartoon characters, taught his son to voice Bugs Bunny. And then there are like a bunch of other voice actors who are the current voice actors or voice actresses for like cartoon characters that debuted back in like the 50s, 60s, something like that, and trained with the original voice actors, and they nail it. In fact, I believe Bill Farmer, the voice of Goofy, even trained with the original voice actor for Goofy, and he's still voicing him. And I'm just
and it's similar to that too, like the whole Air thing. It's like now with Mel Blanc kind of out of the picture, unfortunately. I think he's out of the picture. Didn't he pass away?
Yeah, he died like I think in the early '90s. I think.
Yeah, so he's been out of the picture for a while, and now we have other voice actors taking up the mantle for Bugs Bunny. Even now, Eric Bauza.
That dude's awesome.
That dude does a fantastic Bugs Bunny. I don't care what anyone says. That's a good one.
I neither hate him nor like him. I mean, he does a good Bugs Bunny, but personally, if I were to choose a modern day voice actor to be Bugs Bunny, I kind of prefer what's his name? The guy who voiced Fry in Futurama. Billy West. Billy West. I loved his Bugs Bunny, and I really love his Elmer Fudd. This is both really dang good. Oh no. This is how I do it. Be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
Okay, that was solid.
That was great. But going back to the whole voice acting thing as well is like the whole thing with Optimus Prime, like I said, people getting upset by it not being Peter Cullen, like any future Optimus Prime not being Peter Cullen, and then them saying, "Oh, I'm not going to watch the show because of that." I'm going to be flat out honest with you. I respect your decision. I respect your opinion based on that. However,
even if it's stupid,
you're stupid. Like you're dictating an entire show based on the voice actor of the leader of the Autobots, which I respect, but you're robbing yourself of a good time.
Exactly.
Why do
that? I gotta say something real quick. I gotta go a little early, so.
Okay. You want to go ahead and promote yourself and everything, and then.
Yeah, I guess so. So, I can be found on YouTube. I can be found on Instagram. I gave TFA a link to my channel in the private chat here, so I guess you can put that in the description.
Yeah, links will be provided in the description down below. Please be sure to support him. Would sincerely appreciate it, as well as he would sincerely appreciate it. Like I said, support costs nothing, but it is invaluable. Or it is valuable. Brain fart. Anyway, please continue.
Well, anyways, thank you for having me, and hopefully I can be on another one of these in the future.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you, man. I'm sorry you didn't get to say too much, or if I cut you off or anything. I know we did the pre-show thing before we came live, and I said I was gonna try to talk over people, but that's my ADHD impulsivity. I can't help it. So I'm trying to work on that. So, but I hope you at least felt like you said enough. I hope you felt like you were part of the episode and everything.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I hope you had I hope you had a fun time at least too.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
All right. That's good. Well, hey, man, thanks for joining, and hope to see you in the next one.
All right. Peace.
Peace out.
Later, dude.
Peace.
Please remember, once again, all links to everyone involved in the panels will be provided in the description down below. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to all of them. We would sincerely appreciate it. But yeah, as I was saying about, that's so much better. As I was saying with voice acting though, like with Optimus, like I can understand the frustration, the upset about it not being Peter Cullen, about people saying that like you're not going to watch a show because it's not Peter Cullen doing Optimus Prime. And I know I kind of just insulted everyone when I said that. I said you were stupid. I'm sorry about that. But in the same time, it's a very silly reason to not give a show a chance just because one voice actor is not in it.
Exactly.
You are robbing yourself of a good time. You're also, in a way, kind of hurting the show in itself, because the watch time and everything and those views on that days, it does reflect upon it. That's why a lot of shows end up getting canceled nowadays, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. Especially if you're a Nielsen. But what I was saying earlier, though, is like I said, and I know it sounds bittersweet. I know it sounds really kind of fucked up to say, but eventually Peter Cullen is going to pass away. He's not going to be here anymore. Optimus Prime is going to go with that man. That voice will never make a comeback unless Hasbro's like, okay, we need you to film or record 2 decades worth of Optimus Prime dialogue. And then use all that as like backlog. But at the same time, I don't know, but you never know. But like, there are suitable stand-ins and understudies and heirs to Optimus Prime. I mean, like I said, Gary Chalk, David Kay, or at least David Kay is Orion Pax. Neil Kaplan. I would love to hear Neil Kaplan come back. Jake Fushi, at least maybe for like more preschool type Optimus Prime. I do not see him doing an Optimus Prime in like a serious cartoon. I can't. I couldn't even take him seriously in the War for Cybertron trilogy, especially whenever he yelled, because the first thing I thought was like, Batman? Every time he yelled, and I was just like, I won't let you betray it. I'm like, are you trying to be Optimus or Batman? What do you pick a lane? It just sounded weird. But with Alan Tudyk being voiced as Optimus, like, I don't see any issue with it. And that brings us to, nice segue, that brings us to our cast, because yes, it is officially confirmed. Alan Tudyk is Optimus Prime in Transformers EarthSpark. We also have Rory Mccann as Megatron. We have, as I mentioned earlier, Danny Pudi as Bumblebee, Cissy Jones as Alita 1, Diedrich Bader as Mandroid, and as I also mentioned earlier, well, Rebecca mentioned it, and thank you for that, sweetheart. Sydney Michaela as Robbie, Xeon Broadnax as Morgan, and then, as I said earlier, Catherine Kavari and Zeno Robinson as Twitch and Thrash, respectively. And then I don't know who these two are, but I did hear John Brijones' voice. He did sound pretty cool. And Benny Latham as well for Dot is also really good so far. But this is looking out to be a really cool cast. I like the Optimus. I like Alan Tudyk as Optimus Prime. He does a pretty good job because he's not doing a Peter Cullen impression. He's kind of... Okay, you guys can all disagree with me in the comments as well as here in the panel. Am I the only one that got David Kay vibes from Alan Tudyk's Optimus voice?
I don't know. Like, I was having a hard time, like, trying to like see if he was like drawing inspiration from anyone. But I'm gonna have to watch the trailer again to listen to his voice and see if I get any David Kay vibes.
If you want to watch it again while you're on mute, you can do that. If you want to, it's a thing. But like, Cyborg Evan said anything. Did you hear David Kay a little bit?
I'm actually gonna play opposite, because I do think Alan Tudyk, again, like Flamin' B said, dude has range, a lot of good roles, great actor. But I would not be 100% surprised if his voice director just said, "Can you please just do that in a Peter Cullen impression?" Because from what the trailer shows, from what you hear him, I do hear that he is, at the moment, it could be changing. We've only heard about a few lines, but I'm just hearing a Peter Cullen impression.
I mean,
he's like, "Stand down, Android." It's
okay. Yeah, I mean, sorry, I don't mean to keep doing that.
Okay.
No, but I mean, yeah, there is like a little bit of Peter Cullen impression there. Like with that one specifically, it's like, yeah, I heard Peter Cullen, but like with the whole Bumblebee, you know, I need you to lead a new mission. Like I didn't hear Peter Cullen. I heard a mix in a way. Like I heard a little bit of David Kay with like a little bit of like Peter Cullen, but like it wasn't like a 1-to-1, you know?
I know. But that's why I'm hoping as the show goes on, you know, we see more of them. Hopefully, my opinion changes, because like we said, like Alan has way more range for him to just be doing monotone for Optimus Prime. I know it's now kind of been like expected of him to do so, but you know, maybe Alan might change that.
Yeah. Sorry, this comment kind of got to me because I remember someone on Instagram saying that Prime's maskless, or Prime's face with his battle mask on, at least, it looks like an NFT monkey. I think I thought that was funny. But I mean, I don't know. It could just be me. And again, this is the teaser trailer. This is stuff that is still in development. I mean, we have until fall, so they could easily do some changes. There could be a delay. You never know. I'd like to believe personally that they don't have him just do a Peter Cullen impression, because, and I also talked to Alfonso about this and on Instagram, Alfonso Nation, for those of you who are not aware. When he was talking about Alan Tudyk as Optimus Prime, I was like, well, it seems like right now they're just kind of testing the waters to see who will fit Optimus later on in the future. Because from what it seems like Peter Cullen is just kind of like exclusively doing like movie type stuff for Transformers. Like he's not being involved with like a lot of mainstream media. Like, yeah, he did a thing for the Calm app, which I still love that whole thing. That was one of the most soothing ways to go to sleep ever. But like, he hasn't really been doing anything in the cartoons. Like, he hasn't cameoed as any other voice for Autobot or Decepticon, considering this man has not only played Optimus Prime, but he's also done Ironhide. He did Decepticon Target Master Slug Slinger. He's been Protectobot Streetwise. I mean, he's got range too. But for some reason...
And Nightstick.
Oh, yeah, Nightstick too. But then... they also, like, he hasn't been in anything there. Like, so he's only been exclusively in, like, the movies and the video games. And even then, some of the video games that are coming out, well, I say that, but, like, video games like the new one, Transformers Battle Arena for Apple Arcade, that's not even Peter Cullen. It's John Bailey. Which, John Bailey ain't a bad Optimus Prime. Not gonna lie. I like him. And I'm not just saying that because I got to interview him and I talked to him a few times. I'm genuinely saying that because I like his Optimus Prime. I think he does a cool job.
Personally, whenever I hear his Optimus Prime, I can't help but think of the Honest Trailers epic voice guy. Like, that's all I hear when I hear his Optimus Prime. Like, I just hear Optimus Prime with that voice, and I'm like half expecting him to just blurt out boobs at some point. I'm just like, oh,
I don't know. You say that, and I hear like after that, it's like maybe Optimus says "coming soon."
Coming soon.
But also JJ, thank you. I forgot about that. But I mean, okay, but yeah, that's one cameo. He hasn't done anything else. He's just been primarily like Optimus Prime. Like, I mean, Robots in Disguise 2015, he was Optimus because, of course, that was the whole Prime continuity, which people can argue with that all they want, but that's beside the point. It's just...
Also, real quick, I'm gonna have to hop off because I gotta people tomorrow.
Okay. You want to go ahead and sign yourself out and let people know where they can find you?
Sure. Yeah. All right. My username is Flaming Bees. You can find me on Instagram and YouTube. I provided links in the private chat.
Yes, we'll be sure to incorporate those very shortly. Cyborg, TF Actress, or Angel, please be sure to link your stuff as well in the private chat.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. All right, so I kind of asked Jazz this as well, but how would you say you liked your first TFTC?
Pretty chill. I dig it.
All right, sweet. And again, I apologize if I cut you off or anything. That's my ADHD impulsivity. I'm desperately trying to work on that because I also have a lot to say here, but I don't want to take over the show.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right.
All right. Thank you for having me on. Had a good time. And I will catch you all later. Good night.
Right.
Peace out.
Take care, Beast.
Like,
once again, everyone, links and everything will be provided in the description down below shortly after this video is uploaded. If it's not tonight, it'll be tomorrow because I still have to work on my Transformers EarthSpark toy reveal video. And I also uploaded a reel for the Transformers EarthSpark toys on Instagram. I didn't cover the deluxes or warrior classes just yet, though, so be patient. But I will upload that reel to you guys later tonight. So, but yeah. What the hell? No, I don't want it to be sold. There we go. Yeah, so Alan Tudyk is Optimus Prime. Interesting choice. I'm eager to hear him more. And I really hope it's not a Peter Cullen impression. If he can do a magnificent Joker on his own, I'd love to believe what he could do with Optimus. But you never know. But yeah, now, I don't know who's all familiar with the Owl House on Disney. I know Rebecca and I like watch it almost like a religion. Same thing with like Amphibia and the Ghost and Molly McGee. Cyborg, have you ever watched the Owl House?
There's been interest, but I haven't seen any of those three.
Dang, you're missing out, bro. They're good shows. They're really good shows.
I've been told.
Like almost Steven Universe type good.
Yeah, I was like, I've been curious to watch of all the three you've listed. If I had to watch any of them, I think I'd start with Amphibia. That one was really good.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
Sissy Jones, voice actress of Lilith Clawthorne in Owl House, is now voicing the second in command. That's right, you heard me. Second in command's a lady. Elita 1 in Transformers EarthSpark, and I'm eager to hear what she's going to sound like. I don't know what they're going to want her to do. I don't know if they're going to go the Lindsay Russo route and have the voice director tell her to do that. I don't know if they're going to go the more Generation 1 kind of stylization for her voice. I don't know if they're going to do something different. I would love to just hear Lilith's voice as Elita.
Same.
It would work perfectly. Because it's stern, it kind of does give like a militaristic type vibe, considering that she was part of the Emperor's Coven.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. But yeah, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, like, for, like, this cast by itself, like, it's already really great. I mean, like, we pretend, like, like, for, it's Rory Mccann, right?
Yeah, for Megatron?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
so, like, we are potentially going to get a Scottish Megatron. That hypes me up like you wouldn't believe.
I mean, Megatron has been, like, he's been standard, like, English, and then he's also been British.
Yes, but this is different.
Yeah, they haven't really explored anything else outside of... I would love to hear a Scottish Megatron.
Dude, please let it happen.
You're going to die. Or something like that.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear, like, like, more, like, voices, like, from, like, Twitch and Thrash and the parents. Also, like, Danny Pudi as Bumblebee. Like, God, this is going to be so great, like, with this cast by itself. Like, if you had, like, just shown me the cast and nothing else, I would be still hella excited.
Yeah, but I couldn't do that to you, now can I? That's basically like teasing a cat with a cat treat.
I mean, like, if I was never, like, into Transformers, period, and you just showed me, like, the cast for this new show, I would be, like, super interested and excited.
I know, but I still wanted to tell you I wouldn't keep you out of the loop like that.
I know.
Cyborg?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think I guess I said most of my opinion, like, earlier on, but this isn't a great cast so far. I'm excited to hear everyone. I love Community, so I can't wait to see Pootie in it. I like the Game of Thrones, so it makes sense to be great. I can't wait. If there's a hint of Scottish accent in there, by all means, I'm all for it. I mean, besides Optimus, Megatron, and Bumblebee, everyone else though, like, have been I kind of heard of or know of. Like, I've seen Kipo, and so I have an idea what that's like.
Yeah.
I know.
Zeno?
House Delgado, and also Zeta. Yeah, I don't like. I'm excited. I'm excited. We've only heard small clippets, but I'm ready for the full thing in fall.
I'm still kind of surprised with a lot of these casts and how much like they have on their in their repertoire, because like Catherine Kavari has been the voice of Miss Marvel from Spider-Man 2017 and ongoing even before that from like Avengers, like on Disney. And then Zeno Robinson, that dude has such a great range. Voice of the Golden Guard and Hunter in the Owl House, as well as Hawks from My Hero Academia. Like, that's kind of a big deal because he does such a great performance there. And then, like we mentioned, Sidney Michaela voicing Wolf from Kipo and the Age of the Wonder Beasts. Like, that's already a great starter because Wolf's voice actor, Sydney, was fantastic as Wolf in Kipo. I thoroughly enjoyed her.
Mm-hmm.
It is interesting, and I know this is like today's all about PC inclusion, all that kind of stuff. It is interesting that she's kind of pulling a Tara Strong on us, voicing a male lead.
Yeah,
I kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not uncommon, like, because I've noticed that lots of, like, female, like, actors, like, will play, like, a male character. Like, for example, like, how Tara Strong did Timmy Turner and Ben Tennyson.
Yeah.
Ash Ketchum's notoriously females only.
Bart Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
Precisely. And also Millhouse.
That I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And also, for any, like, anime fans out there, Cassandra Lee Morris, dubs for Cube and Madoka Magica.
I was wondering when you were going to mention that show on one of these live streams.
I could go off on a whole tangent, but I won't because, for so many reasons. So I'm just gonna stay quiet.
I wouldn't say stay quiet, but I mean.
No, I mean, if I went off with Monoka Magica, I would never stop.
I mean, that's like what I am with Transformers. You hear me talk about it every day. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this cast. I don't know a lot of the. I know a lot of the talent here, but I'm unfamiliar with the talent of Benny Latham and John Brijones. I've never heard any of their stuff, and I even did the research, and I was trying to find out what they've been in. And apparently, they've only been in more kind of live action stuff, like TV dramas or something. Rory Mccann, everyone has said here already, he is the voice of the Hound from Game of Thrones. I have not watched Game of Thrones. I have no interest in Game of Thrones. Dragons, medieval, Eldritch Quest type stuff. I'm not super.
I think it probably wouldn't be so bad if people didn't make it so overrated. Like The Nightmare Before Christmas. God, I could go on for that for forever.
I mean, my whole concept or everything that's been told about me about Game of Thrones is literally and don't take it from me. I'm just saying what people have told me, but it's basically lots of fucking and dragons.
From what I know about you, TFA, I think you wouldn't like it anyway. I think that's not your kind of show.
It's
not really. I am essentially a big kid. I like cartoons more so than live action stuff. I will watch live action stuff, but if it's a property like Marvel or even DC, because I remember vividly watching I'm getting emotional. Sorry. I watched a couple episodes of The Arrow from CW with my mom, and I liked it. And she would also stay up early in the morning at 6 a.m. to watch Smallville, and I would watch that with her for a little bit. But any live action show about everyday life or taking place in a world like Game of Thrones or the whole Eldritch Quest, dragon type medieval stuff, it's I'm more of a techie. I'm into robots. I'm into aliens. I'm not really into medieval stuff. Now, if you merge the two, obviously I'll be all over it. But yeah, I'll take everyone's word for it. I will believe that Rory Mccann can do a good Megatron since he voiced a character in Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones is one of the most well-renowned shows that a lot of people seem to really enjoy. Didn't it win awards as well?
I'm sure it's won multiple. It's notorious for being a great show until the last 2 seasons,
right?
Which is very.
Don't even get me started on the finale, man.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, I jumped in halfway through its run, but it's a reason. It does win awards, and there's reason for it. Yeah, that's why I'm from watching it all, I'm excited for Megatron. He's gonna do good.
Yeah, I do not doubt that he won't do Megatron well. I think he'll do a good job. Because we've had people who never voiced Megatron before, like Mark Thompson in Transformers Cyberverse. We had Corey Burton, one of the veteran Transformers voice actors from G1, voicing Megatron in Transformers Animated. Mm-hmm. And then we had David Kaye voice Megatron, and he did a fantastic job. So I don't have any issues. I believe that this is going to be one of those things like Mark Thompson, where it's his first time voicing Megatron, and he's going to kill it.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's pretty much it for the cast, considering that's it. But I do want to get into predictions and theories, because we do have a lot more characters in Transformers Earthrise than is led to believe.
EarthSpark.
I keep wanting to say Earthrise thanks to T fan page.
I know.
Sorry, Brian, I love you, but damn it, you got me brain farts. But anyway, I do want to talk about more characters that we're going to see in Transformers EarthSpark, because there are more of them than meets the eye. So, let's just go ahead and kick things off easily right now. Wheeljack.
Okay, yes, I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah.
Hi, how you doing? Okay, so for voice acting predictions, because yes, I'm pretty sure he's going to be a prominent character. We saw him in multiple clips. I don't think it's going to be a villain of the week or hero of the week guest star episode. I very much think he's going to be part of the Autobot cast, considering we have only seen Optimus Prime and Alita as full-fledged Autobots Thrash and Twitch are not affiliated yet. And obviously the Autobots need a medic / engineer. Also, fun fact, before the fade in and you see Wheeljack, his mask is retractable just like Transformers Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
It's kind of a mix because not only is it retractable, but his face is very much the Cyberverse design. So they're keeping with the goatee.
Yeah, that's true too. But he does have the retractable faceplate, the battle mask. Like if you go back and you like kind of freeze frame it, you see the mask go over his face like how Transformers Prime Wheeljack did.
Huh.
It's neat.
And you guys are so much. You guys have much better eyes than I do.
And I do plan on doing breakdowns and such for that as well. The only problem is there's not enough pictures. So, I'm almost debating on just going on the YouTube video and just like keeping the sound off and then just like going to certain time cards. But at the same time, yeah. But for voice acting wise, if it is gonna be, what's his name, Billy Johnson, or something like that. I forget his name, but the voice actor from Cyberverse. And don't worry, I'm already doing my research now.
Aren't they non-union and these guys are union?
I think
they are.
Yeah, I mean, I assume they are. Alan Tudyk and.
Well, okay. Well, if we're going union-wise, then I kind of want to throw my hat in the ring and say, it was Billy Bob Thompson I was thinking of. For prediction-wise, I want him to be voiced by, and people can disagree with me on this all they want, I want him to be voiced by Tom Kenny.
Sure. In what sense?
I think Tom Kenny would be a really good fit for Wheeljack.
Like, how would he sound?
He's not going to sound like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I mean, like if you could, like, compare him to, like,
sound kind of like maybe, there was a cartoon I was watching. He's done Rick and Morty, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm. Lots of
a good character. Shit. I don't want to say he's going to sound like Hal because Hal from Final Space would be weird. Wheeljack. Give me a second. I have to do some slight research behind the scenes on behind the voice actors, because I know they update that constantly. Maybe like, oh my god, this is actually driving me crazy. I don't know. Can anyone think of a good example? Like anything?
I'm trying to.
I can't think of anything that doesn't sound too goofy.
Because like I know, I can like hear Tom Kenny like do his voice with a slight, grunge, like that classic Wheeljack grunge. Like it's his voice isn't fully calm. Like you hear a little bit of gurgle behind it, and I can hear that. I can hear Tom Kenny like doing something like that for Wheeljack.
Okay, so. Yeah. Okay, I got one. What about because he voices the Ice King in Adventure Time, but I don't want, obviously it's not going to be the Ice King's voice. What if it was Simon's voice? Because Simon is a very intellectual type person. Wheeljack is a very intellectual type Cybertronian character. Maybe they find a way to like mess with that one and change it up a little bit.
Yeah, not bad. He could even if it was something similar to Ice King more, but just not he's not going to sound like crazy and shit.
Yeah,
I think that'd be fine too.
Yeah, that's kind of more of what I'm going for, because it's like they could either do one of two things. They could go the mad scientist route in a way, or they could go the more logical, more calmer type way like Simon. But I genuinely think Tom Kenny as Wheeljack would be cool. Also, another fun fact: Wheeljack doesn't transform into a car. He's a truck. He's a truck in this series.
That's cool.
You're sure?
Yeah, there's a clip where you see him ramming a Decepticon midair, and it's a green red truck. Yeah, that's Wheeljack.
Oh.
So I think they're either going to be taking inspiration from Rise of the Beast, considering that Wheeljack in that film transformed
into a lot of trucks in this show.
Yeah, I kind of like it. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely say Tom Kenny would be a pretty good fit for Wheeljack, in my personal opinion. And if anyone wants to let me know their thoughts on him, hey, good. I sneezed as I was talking. That's never happened. Sorry about that. It was a tickle in my nose, and I was trying to sneeze, and I was still talking. That's never happened to me before. Anyway, if anyone wants to let me know their thoughts on who should voice Wheeljack, let me know in the live chat or comment section, respectfully, down below. Yeah, anyone else have any suggestions for Wheeljack's VA?
I'm sure it'll be like, if it's either gonna be someone we haven't heard before. If not, like, it could be anyone they pull off that's just in the voice booth. Like, hey, can you record this? Like, it could be like your oh man, who's the guy who voices Ratchet and Clank? God,
I think it's David.
No,
it's not David Gray. Wait,
like James Arnold Taylor. It could be someone like that.
Oh yeah,
or Roger Craig Smith. It could be like they can pull. I mean, it could be anyone. And again, it could just be a non, well-known actor. Or it could be Steve Bloom. It could be anything.
Steve Bloom would be kind of cool.
Also, I can tell the reason why we're doing Wheeljack. I guess Wheeljack is growing more and more as being part of the main cast. But I'm sure for this show, it's because they knew that, like, oh, the next film will be featuring Wheeljack, so we got to make sure we add Wheeljack in here.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how he's gonna, or hear how he's gonna sound later on, and I'm very eager to see that design in action, considering this is the first time that Wheeljack is transformed into a truck. So that's gonna be really cool. Unfortunately, as I mentioned before, there aren't really many other screenshots because they're just kind of using the Instagram teaser for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, here's another one we can talk about. Bombshell.
Man.
So if they're going Union, what do you guys think the possibility of a return for Michael Bell as Bombshell would be?
Dude, that'd be fucking awesome.
Because he did come back in Transformers before. He came back as a High Tide in Rescue Bots.
That was fucking awesome.
So, I mean, I know he didn't voice him in War or Fall, but whenever I think of Insecticons now, I think of Steve Bloom. Because he voiced Sharpshot. Yeah, because he voiced Sharpshot in Fall of Cybertron and Rise of the Darkspark. So maybe Steve Bloom could be the voice actor for this one. Maybe Troy Baker, considering that he voiced Kickback in Fall and Rise of the Darkspark. Or they could, if they really wanted to, they could have got the voice actor who did Hardshell in Rise of the Darkspark. Just make him sound like an overgrown high school bully.
Or you could do David Kaye, who did Hardshell in Prime.
That's not a bad one either.
That's not bad. I was thinking like other ideas could be like David Sobolov or Fred. I'm never going to say his name right. Like Tasticorn, something.
Tadashore.
Yeah,
I believe 100% it's Fred Tadish. Oh, you know what? He could do his Saberhorn voice from Robots in Disguise 2015 without the accent.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about that too. But yeah, I also like the new insignia for the Insecticons, so I'm starting to wonder, because that looks like an Arachnomech.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like and all the shots of so far for the Insecticons have been like featured with Mandroid, so I wouldn't be surprised if they are affiliated with Mandroid in the show.
So do you think that the Insecticons are like a third faction?
I see it as like either they switch sides, like they're just with Mandroid, or if they're really crazy with it, they are creations of Mandroid.
Ooh.
That sounds awesome.
That sounds like something that would be in IDW.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like picture more character because we did see Shrapnel as well, and I do believe we did.
Quick shot.
Yeah, I think we saw Kickback. But I don't know.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, like I said, for the umpteenth time now, there's not really a lot of screenshots here to work with because there are more characters that we saw in both of the trailers and the clips. Like in this shot here, you can make out this light little tire of Swindle for EarthSpark. And I'm so glad that Swindle's back because like he hasn't been in anything since Transformers Animated. And I'm very curious to see.
That makes me sad.
And oh man, what was his voice actor's name? I forgot.
No, I know it. But at the same time, I don't.
He was also like this one wizard teacher in Wizards of Waverly Place that I really liked, but I forget his name.
I always think of him as the guy like who like he's like the president in Wally or something like that, or like
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, I will say like in this image specifically, this would be a probably good segue because I think Rebecca, you have like a theory about specifically like it's the same symbol Optimus Prime's his side
it's the same with Elita 1 and a lot of the Autobots. They all have that weird insignia.
Hang on, if I could share my screen. One sec.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me go ahead and just do that, and then.
Well, I gotta get on my laptop, and then I'll go do it from that because I can't do it from my phone.
Oh yeah, no, it's okay. If you want to
So
what I would suggest is if you want to be on your laptop and you still want to stay on your phone and just screen share from your laptop, just mute your laptop mic.
already in the process.
Sweet. Because with everything, okay, so while she does that, and I am going to make sure. Oops. First off, let me add. There we go. No, not solo layout. Damn it. Would that work? Shit. What if I did? Nope. Picture in picture. What? I'm sorry. I'm still trying to figure out StreamYard.
You're doing great, King.
Oh, there we go. Oh, you were a saint. Thank you.
No problem. Anyway, because when I was watching the 5-minute clips and things give us in the teaser, I noticed that these trucks have the exact same symbol as the Autobots.
This is true.
So this leads me to believe that Mandroid is an enemy of this nest thing that they're doing. Because I mean that's what it's seems to be heavily implying.
Yeah. Maybe he worked for because I believe this. I mean, from that one image on the crate, I guess this faction's called Mars X or Mars.
Yeah, that seems what it's gonna be like. Wait, can I share?
We'll just call it that since we don't have an official answer yet.
Yeah, we'll just
maybe Mandroid was a part of this Mars X, but maybe he was just too radical of an idealist, so they cut him out, and he's like, they don't like my ideas. I'll show them.
That's kind of what I was thinking of too. Is what if he was a well-renowned scientist or something? He worked with the as a military scientist, and classic bad guy, evil scientist being let go from military or profitable employee, and then he becomes this side villain, kind of like how Baxter Stockman in TMNT did.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of rejected, or like Headmaster from Animated.
Yeah,
I think that one would fit a little better. But yeah, I fully agree. I think that's a sound theory because, like I mentioned in my TFTC extra, by the way, please go check that out whenever you get the chance. I worked really hard on that video, and I hope it shows. But beside my point, this looks like a human convoy specifically for the Autobot Human Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
Because you look at those symbols on the cars and everything, like you mentioned, Rebecca, and in that same clip that they show, Mandroid's Arachnomex come and take it out.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we're on the right step here.
Yeah.
So, would you mind going further into the clip for me, near the teaser where they show Swindle and everyone?
Sure. Give me a sec.
Whoops. Shit.
Whoa, you go to Harkins too? Gosh, I mean, this is dumb.
Please tell me you didn't dox yourself.
No, there's nothing there that would be worth doxing.
I want to make sure of that.
Okay, when you're talking about Swindle, do you mean in the very beginning, or do you want to mean actually the actual teaser?
I mean, like in the actual teaser, like there should be like a clear shot of him with a Decepticon Snowcat, as everyone's rumoring him to be.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the big rumor going on.
All right, I'll do my best.
I mean, you're doing good.
Those are just screenshots that I got.
Oh, I thought you were on the site. My bad.
She has screenshots. No, that wasn't the video.
Okay, my bad. I mean, do you have any of Swindle in general?
No, I literally only had 3.
We're professional. We can. It's fine.
Just give me a second.
One.
Darn it! I keep coming across it, but I can't. I'm stopping. I'm too slow.
It's okay. I can do my
Give me a
part of the
second.
work.
Hang on.
I ain't rushing, but I did find one. If that's okay. Wait, can I just full screen this? Oh, I don't want McAfee. What is? No, it's Google Lens. Come on.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do it because I can't do it.
That's okay. Oh, look. McAfee is like, oh, Tumblr's suspicious.
Yeah, of course Tumblr's suspicious. That's how it
I was
works.
gonna say Tumblr's always sus.
That term.
What?
I hate
Look.
that term. I know it's an Among Us thing, but damn it.
No, it isn't.
You mean no?
And I quote, Rodimus said it first in IDW.
Excuse me?
Look, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know that either, to be honest.
What?
There is a freaking panel of him saying sus. I kid you not.
I mean, doesn't surprise me.
I know it's ID. What the fuck?
So yes.
Ew.
Yes. Yeah, Rodimus was saying sus before it was cool.
Ew. Just why? Ew. I don't like it.
Oh come on, it's Rodimus. What would you expect?
I know it's Rodimus, but come on. Anyway, we're getting a little off topic. But at least it's funny. I am probably just gonna have to go through the teaser myself, aren't I? Damn it. Oh, holy shit! No, it's not you, sweetheart. I just don't want to get copyright because immediately with that TFTC, Nickelodeon and Paramount copyrighted me.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, copyright claim. It's fun. Also, I'm trying to look for pictures of Swindle, and on Twitter, someone did a side-by-side of that Megatron design with the Autobot IGW Megatron. Holy shit, that's close. I want to see if I can find a picture. Come on. No, don't play any audio. I don't want this episode to be copyrighted.
Did Megatron have an insignia of any kind?
Yeah, he did. He had a similar insignia. He did. He had a similar insignia with I'm gonna remove your duplicate. He had a similar insignia like Optimus did, except it was a Decepticon insignia. Okay. So I'm starting to wonder if it might be like an Earth team up kind of thing.
Is this like a post-war thing? There could be like a truce or some kind of like acknowledgement between the two sides at this point.
But it's weird because like if Megatron is there and the Decepticons are still up to no good, like Swindle and possibly Snowcat and or Hardtop or whoever that mystery con is. If it's not a war, what is it? Just a conflict?
I mean, I'm sure not every Decepticon's wanting to have peace. So I can see Swindle being especially for if it's the Swindle of his character. I'm sure it's like, well, I need to make some money, and war makes money.
Yeah, that's fair.
Conflict.
Yep.
I can't share this without. Shit. I can't share this because it's on Twitter, and also, I unfortunately have a Twitter now, thanks to the tier list making that I did for Studio Series, so that's fun. Ugh, I hate Twitter so much. Come on. Forgive me, everybody. I'm not a professional. Wish I was. I wish I was like super tech savvy. I'm gonna have to go through the actual teaser just to give somebody. I should have had screenshots, but I'm also on my laptop, and that kind of fucks things up. So, Uno momento. We'll still talk. But let's keep talking theories and such. So
Theories. I think I
this is okay. So apparently, this is going to be taking place after the Cybertronian Civil War. Though I could have sworn information beforehand was what the shit is this? I want this. What is this? Don't play any audio. I don't play anything. Okay. Skip the ad. This is going to be our little teaser breakdown type deal if this thing will load. Again, please forgive me. I'm doing my best.
If you need me to fill in some time here while you're doing that, something that I'm actually this interesting is so Alex Malto, the father, they described his character.
Please, I want to I'm thinking about this.
You're good.
Well, hold on. Hold on. Okay, so what did you want? I'm not cutting you off or anything, Cyber. I just want to hear what Rebecca wants to say.
Well, no, I mean,
she's not going to
Rebecca said that she really wanted to talk about it, so I'm going to let her talk.
Yeah, but what specifically did you want to talk
about? About the.
I mean, Rebecca, because I know what you want to talk about because you were saying about, but Rebecca, what were you so excited to talk about?
Well, because everything about him. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure we're both going to say the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
PhD. He's a professor in Transformers history.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Okay.
Also,
So
I wonder if because he's holding up a comic or a poster or something of Bumblebee, and it's like G1 Bumblebee, and I'm sure it's.
Damn it! I was gonna share that too.
Sorry.
No, you're cool.
I'm sure it's an homage, but it'd be kind of interesting if it's just like when he came to Earth like that, but as he grew older, he got the IDW kind of look, kind of just how IDW did it.
Yeah. Because what I was trying to say was for structure's sake, I was going to let you say your thing. Rebecca piggybacks off of you as I'm still prepping. So if you want to still talk about Alex, then please, by all means, go ahead.
Let's see here. I was just curious because it makes because I want hopefully through his eyes because apparently he's described as he's gonna be the guy's it's this Transformer, it's this guy, I know this guy, he's gonna be the knowledgeable one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it hopefully through him we will see the Transformers we'll see probably some Easter eggs or we'll get some jokes of the franchise through him.
Speaking of jokes, I mean he's basically going to be the epitome of dad jokes.
Yes, yeah. So that's gonna be good.
He seems like he's going to be a kind of fun character. Mm-hmm. I hope he is anyway, because it's one trope that I don't like about cartoons anymore is the parents have to be boring, but a lot of modern day cartoons really portray adults as kind of big kids in a sense too. They're fun, they like to crack jokes. It's that's what we need. That's how the world should be, personally. But yeah, so I got everything. Paramount, Nickelodeon. Full disclosure for everyone, I don't own any of this. All rights belong to Transformers, Hasbro, Paramount, and Nickelodeon. I claim fair use, even though it won't do any good. So, but yeah, my theory with this, though, is, okay, so clearly we know that this is basically an energon pool. Mm-hmm. Obviously, this is a cave that is full of energon. My thing is, what's with that thing in the middle? Is that the supposed quote-unquote EarthSpark? Because, I mean, from what we saw in the clip and everything, that's how Twitch and Thrash apparently seem to be created. But another thing, too, is those gauntlets that they get allows them to, psychically and mentally connect with their Cybertronians. Which is interesting.
I have theories that, it's more than just, their feelings. What if they, share, memories and stuff?
Ooh. Oh, they're crazy. It's at first it's just kind of a psychic bond, but as they grow older and older, they start to, they get more mentally
Sorry.
No, you go. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I was gonna say that, obviously, it goes both ways.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so what you're saying is the Cybertronians share their memories and everything, even though they just got created.
Well, I would say more that Robbie and Mo's and memories are shared with the new parents.
You're right. Also, I love that concept. Earth-born Cybertronians, now called Terran Cybertronians.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love that. That is something fresh. It's something new. It helps revitalize and reinvent the Transformers a little bit more, and it also establishes lore for future Transformers. I love that. But yeah, I want to know what the purple thing is called. Like, if it is just the EarthSpark, fine, so be it. Cool. But like, there has to be something more to that.
Maybe it's because maybe I might be getting too like repetitive, and maybe I'm getting like drained of it. But like, my first thought is like, oh, what if it's an ancient like Prime artifact from like 13? But I think there's so many of that's happened the past few like shows that I think I might be fine if it's like I want to be something new. I want to be something where like we cannot predict it. Like it's just something like it's like this, like, and we're like, oh crap, it's that, you know, but like we don't know what it is.
Right.
But yeah, I if it is just an ancient Cybertronian artifact, cool. But I want something completely new. I want to know nothing about this thing until I see it.
Yeah, it seems that it does seem like that's the trope. It's like that's always the MacGuffin. That's the thing that starts the thing, and then other people want it. I have a feeling Mandroid is going to go after this. Maybe that's what inspires that creation of that one giant robot that may look kind of like. Because if you look at him, let me see if I can find a good shot right here. Maybe. Oh, that's perfect. If you look at that drone, that has the similar color palette of Mandroid's arm.
Ah. Wait, is this a drone or is this not just a random Decepticon?
I want to say drone, random Decepticon, Snowcat, Hardtop, whoever it is.
I thought, but like that's actually not a bad idea. If it's just like if it's like a drone, like not like not it's something made by Mandroid. That'd be interesting.
What I'm thinking is like we've seen what Mandroid's arm looks like, and again, it has that same build, that same color palette. So maybe this is the Decepticon, or this is the robot that Mandroid gets his arm from. And if this is Snowcat, he better not fucking yodel, or I'm gonna hate him.
No, probably
not. But also, one thing that I wanted to talk about, which if I can find a good shot of him, it is in this trailer, correct?
What?
Come on, where is he? There was a good face shot of him.
Swindle?
Unless it was like, yeah, Swindle. Because
I'm trying to think where it was too.
I
think it was near the end.
No, I think it was after Alita showed up. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, you're right. There it is.
Yeah, right there.
It's hard to see.
There you go. You can kind of see him. But yeah, that is 100% like IDW inspired Swindle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so eager to see that design. Like, he's gonna look so cool compared to like a lot of the other Cybertronian characters that we've seen. I genuinely could have sworn there was another clip of Swindle in here. Oh, there's the
like with the Leah kicking his ass.
No, beforehand there was like a nice close-up shot of. There's the reference, by the way. Oh my God, Soundwave! Holy shit! I never noticed that before.
You did that before? Yeah.
Oh my God! What?
Yeah, look at him. He's right there.
I can't fucking believe this.
I hope he shows up. I mean, I hope if that's it, that'd be kind of a shame. If something does
show up, I want him to be new. I don't want him to just be carbon copy evergreen design. Actually, no. I take that back. I do want the evergreen design, but my thing is I want him to actually transform this time, because in Cyberverse they teased it with his design, because he looks like he transforms into a vehicle similar to Alita, but in blue, obviously. But he's also like a communications truck. I want that. I literally want that design to transform.
Did he never transform in Cyberverse?
No, he never transformed.
Oh, really? Holy shit. That's funny.
If we're talking about like.
Sorry, Rebecca, go ahead.
Sorry, but if we're like talking about like other characters like possibly show up, like like I want so many characters to show up.
Tell me about it. Sky Gary.
Like Soundwave, obviously we need to have him. Ratchet, we need some kind of form of medic here. I hate to think that he's not going to be here.
That's where I think Wheeljack comes into play because he's going to be like the engineer and medic of the group. Because I genuinely think they're going to go like a Rise of the Beast kind of cast. So it's going to be Optimus. It's going to be Lita as the token female. Wheeljack's going to be the token inventor / medic. Bumblebee's going to be our scout / warrior. And then whoever else they decide to throw in later.
And, like honestly, I kind of want to see some old characters get modern day revamp kind of like Moonracer, Wind Charger, the Lambro twins, Blaster. God, please.
Wind Charger would be sick. It's something funny too. I was talking about not too long ago was like I want to see more older characters show up. Like there are so many characters from Generation 1. I'm actually gonna stop screen share because I can't find that clip with Swindle and it's starting to piss me off. I could have sworn there was another teaser that showed Swindle. I can't find him. Damn it. Anyway, yeah, like that. Actually, I'm gonna do this one right here. I'll share. No, not that one. It's not a full one. We'll do that. When it comes to characters and such, it's like there's so many Transformers in the lore in the universe that they don't really like go back to, like Huffer or Pipe. Well, because I'm already thinking of repaints, but like Pipes or Gears or Brawn. Cliffjumper doesn't even get that much anymore. He's just become Red Bumblebee, which is kind of sad. The aerial bots. Give us those guys again. Like, we haven't seen them since 1985, and if you want to be technical, Dark of the Moon.
That'd be fucking awesome.
The Dark of the Moon, the game, not the movie, for clarification's sake. And even then, it wasn't all of them. It was Silverbolt, Air Raid, and Breakaway, which Breakaway was cool. Fucking love him. But like, there's so many characters from the Transformers universe, and they keep going to like the ones that everyone is going to know. The only difference now is like they're starting to include Alita 1, who was only in one episode of Generation 1 and then never again. But she has been a big part of Optimus Prime's story because that was Orion Pax's / Optimus's love interest, which is like, yay, Transformers couples. I'm all for it. But like, now that we're looking more at these designs, like specifically, I want to talk a little bit more about Thrash because first off, I love the design that they did for him. I also love the fact that they kind of took like animated Prowl in a way because like the wheels on his legs, kind of the same way as animated Prowl. But I also love how the side guard transforms into a shield. I think that's genius.
That is fucking amazing. I didn't even put that together.
And I'm gonna say this as well because I keep mentioning him all the time. But Nick Roach is doing an absolute fantastic job at the design for these robots or for the Cybertronians. I can't believe I just said these robots. Because there is so much of a meld between Generation 1 aesthetic with the main characters like Optimus, Wheeljack, Bumblebee, Elita, Swindle, Megatron. But there's also that nice blend of like Transformers Prime visual CG mixed with IDW aesthetic, mixed with evergreen design. And they found a way to like make such a weird amalgamation of all of those different characteristics or those different character designs and mash them into something beautiful. Like, even with the new characters that we don't get to see that often of, like with Thrash and Twitch, like they don't look bad. Especially for newbies. Like Twitch, like, okay, yeah, the way that she looks in robot mode, you're thinking, oh, how she got transformed. Her toy's going to reveal that. Let's just be honest. Because it seems like they're going the Aaron Archer route and making the toys based on the character design of the characters based on the toys. And what I mean by that is like transformation-wise and stuff. But again, I could be wrong. But like, yeah, she looks simplistic. Yeah, she looks kind of different, but like, it's not a bad design.
No.
Like, she kind of gives me like, she gives me Whirl / Windblade / Glow Strike vibes. If you remember Glow Strike, she was in Robots in Disguise 2015. She was voiced by Gray Delisle or Gray Griffin, whatever she goes by now. But like, she gives me that because she has like these little translucent yellow like wings. Excuse me, on like the back of her or on the sides of her hips. She has Whirl's like little VTOL propellers, and then just the overall body build, that red color scheme and everything. She gives me Windblade vibes. You know, and then just talking about this one, just because, oh, there's a nice clear shot. Just Bumblebee, man. Like, that is literally the IDW muscle car Bumblebee that Cyborg and I have been introduced to whenever we were reading All Hail Megatron and then Transformers Ongoing together on PlayStation. Remember those days?
Oh yeah, I did. I held my
Like,
PSP
that is that design.
Hours.
Wait, what?
I held my PSP to a camera for hours.
Yeah. Good times. But like that is that design, but now modified to be more based on like a Ford GT type vehicle mode, and I love it. Like, if you were to tell me this was Bumblebee at first, I wouldn't believe you. I would have thought, oh, this looks like Sunstreaker. But no, they're again with Nick Roach being involved in the development team and the design team for the Cybertronians. He's really making sure that they are staying true to that design that he already had set. You know, and even with Optimus. Like, he does not look that bad. I kind of like the whole, like the smokestacks or whatever these are. I don't know what they look like smokestacks. But whatever these are, or like maybe even like internal to the grill or something. Like, that's kind of cool. Kind of give him like a little bit of like a external rib cage kind of thing going on. But his design doesn't look that bad. He looks like Optimus Prime. The only difference is he's not as like he's not like as cubular. He's literally like a little more slanted, a little more, you know, triangular in a sense. I like that. That's a good way for an Optimus design. It gives me Evergreen with like a mix of Movieverse with a mix of Generation 1 and Transformers Prime. It's not a bad design. You know, and like I mentioned with Wheeljack, he doesn't look bad either. And the fact that he transforms into a truck, it's fucking cool. So, but I am curious on like how they're going to. Ooh, I want to see this transformation shot. Because those transformations look kind of cool, even though you can't really see them. But like, still, that's just kind of a cool, like, visual thing. But like, oh, there's an even better shot of Bumblebee, and I might keep that up there for now because, you know, R.I.P. Mom, because she liked Bumblebee, and I would have loved for her to see this. But like I said, with IDW being like a major inspiration behind a lot of these character designs, I'm really excited to see other characters in these designs as well. So far. The Cybertronian cast is comprised of Twitch, Thrash, Optimus, Elito 1, Bumblebee, and Wheeljack for the Autobots. And for the Decepticons, it's so far only Megatron and I almost said Starscream. Megatron and Swindle, and then possibly whatever that other Decepticon, whoever that is. I want to say it most likely is. I want to say Hardtop because if you look at the Transformers Cybertron design and the color scheme of that figure, and then you compare it to that character that we see with Swindle, he kind of matches, but the overall body build reminds me more of Snowcat. So who knows? And then we have a new faction with, I believe, you know, with Dr. Mandroid with the Insecticons. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I'm hoping that we get to see more characters throughout this series. I hope we get to hear a lot more voice actors show their stuff. And I really hope we get a lot more like obscure, underrated characters, like Rebecca was saying with like Windcharger, the Lambo twins. Like, I would love to see the Lambo twins come back because it's been 35 years. Well, yeah, it's been 35 years since they've been together, unless you count IDW. But then again, you know. So,
If I may. If I may share, like, you know, a little theory.
Yeah, go for it. I'm actually going to stop screen sharing.
No. Like, if, like, you know, the Autobots and the Decepticons really are living on Earth in disguise, and the Autobots are helping, like, you know, the humans, like, you know, in sort of nest situation, would that possibly mean that there are other Transformers living on Earth just, like, you know, as just, you know, robots in disguise just living their lives?
You know, like, okay, so kind of like how in The Last Night, when all those Cybertronians just kind of came to Earth and they just chilled out.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, minus, like, you know, the human interaction.
Yeah. You know, that would be a cool element to add, because we never really get to see that explored.
I mean, they could be, like, you know, they're basically, like, retired veterans now, so.
Yeah.
Ooh, Cyborg, you'll know what I'm about to talk about here. What if they introduce nails?
Oh, that'd be pretty, like, rough.
Because that's kind of what Rebecca's talking about.
Yeah,
but, like, What if they actually introduced the concept of nails?
I mean, it's not like impossible. I mean, that's like I'm sure if they do that, they'll go on a different subject. Like they won't call them nails, but I can see that being an actual like thing. But I guess that I don't know. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I do actually. For what you guys are both saying, like I think it's not a bad idea of like just Transformers like at this point they don't need to hide, but they're just there.
They just want a home. Maybe Cybertron's destroyed in this storyline again.
Mm-hmm.
They really they can't really seem to protect or save their planet, can they?
Mm-hmm.
No.
That's tragedy.
But for those of you who are not aware of IDW, the IDW terminology or quote unquote group of nails. NAIL stands for non-aligned indigenous life forms, which are basically neutrals. They do not fight or respect the Autobots or the Decepticons. They are just caught in between, similar to a lot of world life events that are happening right now. Fight on, people. Live your lives. I just hope it doesn't end in bloodshed, which unfortunately it might. But, dude, I would love to see the adaptation of Nails into a Transformers cartoon. That would be very cool. And in a way,
if Nick Roach is on it, then I think we might actually do it.
Considering also that we've sort of gotten a taste for that in the live action film. Like one could argue that Jetfire being a seeker and then no longer wanting any part of the war, he was kind of a nail. Or is that a little bit of a stretch?
I think you're stretching, but it's not too bad. Not too much of a stretch.
Yeah, and then like the one thing I'm also kind of concerned about now with EarthSpark, especially, is like Rebecca, you bring that up, and now with the Decepticons still kind of doing their thing, even after this is supposed to be after the war, is this going to be treated as RAD 2015? Is it just going to be one of those stories where like it's a small band of Autobots who are just trying to bring in the Decepticons for justice? Because, well, actually, no, that wouldn't be bad considering Animated did that and it actually flowed pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That has me hesitant. Like, that's just one of my factors right now where it's like, that seems like it's going to be a little...
But,
they're going to have to do something different there instead of making it like a copy and paste of like RID 2015 or, and I say this with absolute love and respect, Animated.
Well, I mean, there's this one thing that, like, that's making me think now. Like, Bumblebee's mission, being the cool babysitter and training, like, on Twitch and Thrash to be on, like, new Autobots. But why do they need to be trained if there's no war going on?
Yeah, that's something I wanted to mention too. It's like, Bumblebee, I have a new mission. Train our new recruits. I'm like, first of all, I could have sworn there was a rumor a while ago that said one of them was an Autobot and the other one was supposed to be a Decepticon.
Oh, fuck.
So I'm very confused because if that is the case and they are trying to find their faction, is Twitch going to end up being a con?
Fuck, I don't know. I mean, now you made me think. I'm scared
because
now.
like, with their personalities and everything, Thrash is described according and directly from Zeno Robinson on Nickelodeon's Instagram and Transformers Instagram stories. He's a prankster. He makes mischief. He has fun. And then Twitch is all about like going for the perfect great. She's kind of like Strong Arm but younger. So either one of them, but I'm kind of leaning more towards Twitch for some reason because I feel like she would be a Decepticon. Maybe it's just because she flies and all the other Autobots.
I was about to say, like, is it literally because she's a flyer?
That's kind of been the overall aesthetic for Transformers, though. Like, even from 1984, it's like the Autobots drive, Decepticons fly. That's just kind of how
she's
it's
also
been.
a bit spiky, generally in design.
Wait, what?
And, like, she's also just a bit sharper in design. Like, not So it's the design itself, like the silhouette alone. I could see that if this was my first time seeing the character and someone said Con, I'm like, oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it's definitely like she does give off Decepticon vibes, and I kind of hope that's not the case. But at the same time, if that is, what would be the point of having her be part of the Decepticons if the war is over?
I think the idea is like cool to the point where I think it's too cool where I don't think it'll happen. If the whole thing about like training the recruits, I think it's just Optimus being like, new Cybertronians, like let's teach them the ways of how we do things on Earth. And the war's over, but they're pretty much like you just were born yesterday. So let's show off our new friends how we do it here.
Oh, another thing that I also really enjoyed from the teaser is the fact that they have to be taught to transform.
Well, yeah, because it's something weird and new, because they don't know how to do it. They were literally born yesterday.
Gives me major Beast Machines vibes. Because transformation is natural for Cybertronians, but now in Beast Machines, by the way, spoilers, Rebecca, in Beast Machines, when they get their techno-organic forms, they have to be taught to transform. That's such a, it's such an obscure thing, but it fits so well, and it's such a nice little, it's such a nice little reference that's going to carry over into this show to see, adapted, because I don't even think in the comics they were taught to transform, were they?
I don't think so.
No, not that I can think of.
So to see that it's like a nice little nod to Beast Machines, like brand new Cybertronians, a new lore established where it's like, hey, here's a protoform, you're a protoform, you need to scan an alternate mode, and you need to transform into it. And they're like, well, how do we transform? We're born. We don't know about transformation cogs. We don't know about any of that stuff. And they have to learn. I think that's really cool. So I feel like this is going to be a show about discovery. I feel like this is definitely going to explore Thrash and Twitch a lot more. This is going to be one of those shows kind of similar to how Sari in Transformers Animated, after she upgraded herself, or even before then, she found out she was part Cybertronian, and she's learning about all her new abilities and everything. I feel like that's going to be a similar thing. And that's where the one clip of Twitch kind of freaking out and electrifying stuff, I feel like that's one of her new discovered powers. And then Thrash with his sidecar, maybe after Morgan in one of the shots takes that sidecar, and first off, how the hell is she able to hold that giant shield? That's
He's kind of struggling to hold it up.
Last night bullshit with Mark or with Cade fighting off one of the Knights of Iacon.
Well, he's kind of struggling to hold it up, or at least struggling to hold it up against gunfire. So at least that's realistic.
Yeah, but it's a giant ass shield made of metal.
Well, I mean, she's not necessarily. I mean, when I say holding it up, I mean she's not holding it off the ground. She's just holding it upright.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean too. She's holding that thing up. That's 2 times bigger than her.
It's easy to hold something up, on prop it upright than hold it up.
Yeah.
On the ground. Anyway.
Well, holding, propping up, it's same difference, but yeah, I get what you mean. But it does.
What do you remember what the IDW term for a Transformer that has a special ability? What's the term?
Oh shit. We're not talking about 0.1%er, are we?
No. For instance, Wind Charger, he can make people float for a bit. Whatever that word is, because I wonder when you pointed out the whole thing with Twitch, I wonder if maybe Earth, Terra and Transformers, what if they're all like that? What if they discover you're special because you also you do things you have abilities that even we don't have. Where that word is. Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, and it's driving me crazy. And I'm already on TFW looking right now. Because if I don't, it's not gonna. IDW.
Maybe it'd be cool because what if Thrash
an outlier?
An outlier.
They're a group. It's a Transformers group called Outliers who possess abilities unlike other Cybertronians.
Yeah, like Skywarp, infamous example.
Mind wipe. Oh wow, even tailgate. Oh, also Trailbreaker.
IDW tailgate. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So okay. So you think, because again, as I keep saying, and I'm going to keep saying it, I love IDW. Nick Roach being behind this as a designer, and then also probably having some say in the story of these characters, considering they're his designs. You think he's going to try to incorporate Outliers?
The idea of it, maybe not word for word, but I think
no. I don't mean bring in the whole faction, bring in Skywarp and all. No, I mean literally the concept of Twitch having this unknown ability to other Cybertronians.
Yeah, and maybe Thrash has one too, but they're not showing it yet. Maybe they all have just a unique, outlier.
what do you think Thrash's ability would be though? Because it's like weaponry is one thing. Like, yeah, he has a shield, but like, what could he do?
He could be like Trailbreaker?
Maybe magnets. Maybe
I don't know. When I think of Thrash, I think brute force. I think of like
super speed,
could
perhaps.
be both, like both defense and offense. In a way.
Yeah. Got me thinking now. Because again, Transformers Thought Corner. So Thought Corner makes you think. I need to change that slogan. Damn, that has me actually really thinking now. Oh. Also, is it weird that the very first thing that I thought of Twitch was literally just Twitch as a platform? She transforms into a drone. She has a camera. She's probably going to.
I was thinking, like, I wonder if there's the reason behind that is that she's a drone and, like, you know, she like one of those like spy drones, and for sure I can see that being the case.
Yeah, because that's what I was also thinking about. Like, that's most likely she's going to be part of the Decepticons. Like, maybe she's like. Okay, this is going to sound kind of dumb when I say this, but this is the only way I can think of it or word it. But like, what if she's like Laserbeak if Laserbeak had a robot mode? She's just like a reconnaissance. She's like a reconnaissance officer or something.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they'll use that a lot in the show.
Oh, absolutely. So probably she's probably going to end up being. She's probably going to end up spying on Mandroid. Mandroid's going to capture her and Thrash, just like we saw in the teaser. He's going to want to experiment on them to probably better adapt his own technology or even his own body. Then Optimus and the Autobots come save the day. Maybe Megatron tags along. Who knows? Maybe Megatron isn't even an antagonist. Maybe he's a protagonist.
Or maybe like an anti-hero.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I can see him being like he's a third party force, but like, you know, I guess but apparently in like a character description from San Diego Comic-Con, like he's also an opportunist in the show, so he might be scheming some things.
So more serious Starscream?
Maybe. Something like along those lines.
It's just interesting to point out because, again, he has that kind of same insignia as Optimus and Alita and the other Autobots. But his is obviously a Decepticon insignia because he's not going to be an Autobot. However, that could change considering his design is very IDW inspired. And again, I fucking love
Let's see if I can find it. Because actually, now more I think about it, I think I remember reading that he is full on like I want to work on Cybertronians I want to make sure the Cybertronian lives are first and foremost
preserved, basically. Yeah. Like he wants to. Okay.
Okay. Just gonna read word for word here. It's from TFW 2005. Megatron, the father of the Decepticon faction, who believes in making a sacrifice necessary for survival of Cybertronian civilization. He's headstrong idealist, but isn't unwilling to adjust his strategy when victory hangs in the balance.
Interesting.
Yes, Cyborg, you're gonna have to link me to that because I want to read it.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I think it's on TFW.
I know, but TFW is so confusing for me. I can't find anything.
No, that's fair. Yeah, now this whole talk of like factions and subgroups and everything, and now with the Decepticons just acting on their own. Do you think Swindle might be trying to like reinstate the Decepticons? Or do you think maybe he's still underneath Megatron's command and he's just kind of, I don't know, doing something?
Oh, I can see him I can see personally I see Swindle as someone who's doing it for his own.
Yeah.
Or maybe that he Megatron wants him to make it look that way, but it actually is for Megatron. But I guess of either of them, of anything, I think Swindle's trying to make some money.
I definitely see Swindle as like his own personal benefactor. Obviously, he's in it for the profit because that's what he's all about. He doesn't care about the fucking war. If anyone gets in his way, that's when he's going to step up and probably kick some ass. But but it has me thinking because like we don't see that many Decepticons in this trailer, and we also have the Insecticons who again have their own distinct insignia that are based on, from what it looks like, Dr. Mandroid's Arachnomex. So the whole theory of Dr. Mandroid creating the Insecticons doesn't sound too far off, but I also think maybe since this is taking place after the Cybertronian Civil War on Earth, the war's concluded. Whoever won, whoever didn't win, I don't know. Maybe they did a whole Cyberverse thing and was like, here's your half of Earth, here's our half of Earth, stay on your side. And then maybe Decepticons are just roaming around or something, living their lives on Earth. Mm-hmm. And maybe some Decepticons saw an opportunity, so ergo Swindle ends up becoming his own faction of Decepticons. Maybe that's why Snowcat / Hardtop / Unknown Robot is there. The Insecticons are, I guess, they need some sort of leadership. They need like a domicile of some kind. So maybe they team up with Dr. Mandroid. I don't know. I'm very curious on the intents and a lot of the progression of these characters' stories and everything. And I really hope they are well explored and not just like thrown in, teased, and never brought anything again, you know? Unlike a lot of what happened in previous Transformers media, like Age of Extinction, a lot of the movies, and so on and so forth. But I'm very curious to see what's going to happen in this show. I'm very eager for fall. I don't think I've been this excited for a Transformers show for a while. Like, I think the most I've ever been excited for a Transformers show was most likely, obviously, Transformers Prime. That goes without saying. But like probably the Cyberverse Season 4 stuff is what really got me interested, or even Cyberverse itself, because that also brought in a lot of IDW elements that I would love to see explored even more so in modern day Transform. Like, can you imagine if a Titan is an EarthSpark?
No, that'd be sick.
Oh my!
Especially on Earth.
Like maybe there's like an abandoned city on Earth and it's a Titan. Maybe Metroplex is here. Maybe that's where their base is or something. Because we don't know. We saw Bumblebee drive to like a house or a barn.
I wonder if that's like where their secret base is located.
Same with the Decepticons, because it's like we see Megatron fly in his helicopter mode and then just transform and land in front of Optimus and Alita. Like, where are they residing? Are they on Earth? Are they in our planetary system? Are they on the moon? Like, or are they just in some sort of government base and we just never see it or something? I don't know. There's so much to talk about, and there's so many theories and so many like ideas that I really hope they incorporate. Like, I would love to see Skywatch. Ooh, actually, wait a minute. What if that's the military in this show? What if it's Skywatch?
I mean, like I can see this Mars X or whatever, like this faction being a Skywatch-esque thing, just like a Cybertronian working with, but not always kind of faction.
Yeah. Or do you think that we'll see? I mean, not that we'll see, but do you think that maybe even like, because let's be honest, Dr. Mandroid himself, he looks like he integrated one of the arms from one of those Cybertronians, and it seemed. Wait, what?
If I may, the thing that Cyborg just shared with me, it gives us a like little blurb on Mandroid.
Go for it.
Okay, well, just 1 second. Hey, Brian, welcome. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Rebecca, take it away.
Okay, apparently, Mandroid was a scientist that helped out in the war.
We talked about
that. So we're not too far off.
Okay.
No, and actually, because of the war, he's now jaded and now anti-Cybertronian. So now he wants to, rid the planet of all Cybertronian life.
So kind of like Mech, but genocidal.
Oh, man. Yeah, but not a military, just one dude, with a bunch of spiders.
Mm-hmm.
I love those spider bots. I will keep saying that.
So I'm assuming that this Mars X faction is pro-Cybertronian, and Mandroid is very non-Cybertronian.
That's probably why, this Nest kind of thing is very against him.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, because it's like you look at those insignias on the Cybertronians, aside from the Insecticons, and they kind of give you like a Nest-esque like visual, like that. It seems like it would be like a human Cybertronian alliance, which I think is really cool if they decide to do that in a cartoon, because they never really did that aside from like, again, probably Transformers Prime with the whole here's a abandoned military missile bunker. Do whatever you want. Just keep in contact. Keep the cons away. All that kind of stuff. So, but the other thing too about it. Sorry, I'm eating nachos. The other thing about that too was like, do you think a lot of the characters in the show, because obviously Optimus is leader, Elita is second in command. Do you think Wheeljack is going to help make like the weaponry side by side with the human faction? I know it's kind of stupid, but like, because that is basically what Wheeljack does. He invents, but like, do you think maybe he finds a way to like upgrade the human weapons to help take on Cybertronians, or has he already done that? Considering this is the end of the war,
I'm not against the idea.
because like there's so much to talk about. There's so many things that could happen in this show, and there's so many different ways they could show it, because you can have an idea, but just like the multiverse, there are variants of that idea. They could show it in very different ways, various camera angles, different characters taking different spots. You never know. So I'm really
Like, that reminded me of another thing. That if we are going to have, like, sort of like, nails thing of, like, what you guys were talking about, makes you wonder, are they going to have any of, like, any human characters from, like, any other incarnation show up? Like, and the Witwikis. Considering that they literally are in a town named Witwiki. Like, why is it named that? Come on, you cannot tell me there's no relation.
I can see it being an Easter egg.
Also, I love the fact that this is a family that came from Philly, and Philly is in Pennsylvania.
No, dude, the town is in Philly.
No, I could have sworn they said they moved from Philly.
They moved to Witwiki, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia.
But either way, Pennsylvania represent.
Yeah.
I love it. And also, this is something I haven't talked about in my breakdown or my TFTC Extra either, because again, TFTC Extra are more digestible, bite-sized videos for you guys to, get faster information as opposed to go through like a almost 3 hour live stream. Well, we're not 3 hours yet, but you get my point. But yeah, first main leads of colored people. How cool is that?
Yeah, African American and
sorry, then, I
come
guess.
on, that's freaking great.
I'm beginning to really, I mean, I've always been all about inclusion, acceptance, and all that stuff, but I really love that they decided to finally do this with Transformers, because we've gotten like Spanish American people in the past. We had like some African American characters, like cameos, like Agent Fowler and Transformers Prime.
Your boy Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos. Isaac Sun. Well, he's not African American, but he is a man of color. He's Indian or Indonesian. I always screw the two up, but it's really freaking cool to just continue to see this roster of human characters and human leads be from different ethnicities and races incorporated into this universe, and rather this multiverse of Transformers lore. I love that. I mean, you're always going to have your you're not stereotypical. You're going to always have your token white kid. You're going to have your token girl. You're going to have your token black kid. But like, they've been really stepping it up lately with a lot more inclusion. Like, we have Miko from Transformers Prime. She was one of the first Japanese character leads. We had Raph Esquivel, who I always was under the impression he was just kind of, I had no idea he was Latino. Apparently he is. I know the name kind of should have given it away, but like, when I think Raph, I think like kind of TMNT, where it's just like regular guy. There's no I mean, he's a turtle, but like the voice sometimes.
Yeah, but when you spell it, like, the way that the the way, like, Hispanics and the Spanish do, the spell with an F instead of, like, in TH. That's
yeah.
I think you're way too. That's
it's just really cool. And then Misha from Transformers Energon, I think she was also Japanese, if I remember correctly. Or Chinese, one of the two. I can't fully remember. Don't quote me on any of this. TFWiki is a resource. Use it at your will. But yeah, it's really cool that recently Transformers has decided to start having the leads be people of color instead of just our regular, run-of-the-mill white guys. There's no other way to put it. I mean, I'm white. I'm not being a racist when I say that. It's a nice change of pace, because like, we had Rad, and then we had Kicker, and then we had Kobe, and Bud, and then we had, for one of the first few times we had Sari, who, again, yes, is part Cybertronian, but I assume she's also part Indonesian, part Indian because of Isaac Sumdak. And then we had Transformers Prime in the movies, who brought in Sam and then Cade for the movies, and then brought in Jack to represent, Americans. And then we had Miko for Japanese, and then we had Raph for Latino, and then it went on from there. And then Robots in Disguise brought in Denny and Russell. And then Cyberverse didn't have any humans.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see that progression. I'm really glad that they're doing that. And now with Rise of the Beast coming out, also having...
I was going to say, Rise of the Beast, there's no white, there's no white main cast. It's all ethics.
Yeah, Noah and... What the hell's the chick's name again?
Elena,
yeah. So Noah and Elena, also people of color, which is really fucking cool. I'm really for it. I really feel like this is something that Transformers and other media need to do in general. They really need to be more world building about it. They need to continue to have characters of different ethnicities be leads. They need to be LGBTQ friendly, which I with IDW and the fact that they went so above and beyond to be like, oh, hey, you know these two popular Transformers characters from way back in the day? Yeah, guess what? They're gay. Oh, here are these random Cybertronians that you've met for a few issues. Yeah, guess what? They're trans and gay. I love that shit. It's one of the coolest things that they ever done. And people can argue with me against that all they want. I personally don't care. You're entitled to your opinion. Just don't be an asshole about it. So, but yeah, I think that's pretty much all there is to really say about EarthSpark. Unless anyone has any closing thoughts that they want to.
No, I mean, I'm just personally very excited. The personalities of the humans, the bots, both new and old. Just have to be excited. So yeah, I mean, even if it is going to be streaming on on Paramount, but I'm not going to be able to wait. And $5 a month is not that terrible.
No, but at the same time, with this show also being treated like Rugrats and also Camp Coral, it is going to go to Nickelodeon at some point. So
is the entire series going to be on Paramount, or is it going to be weekly releases?
I think it'll be weekly, because I hate to think that they just just plop everything.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do Netflix stuff where it's oh, here's an entire season, watch it at your will, and then that's it. No, I think they're
I think we're going back to weekly releases even on streaming.
Yeah, and I really hope they do. Also, I love the fact that these are half-hour episodes.
Yeah, yes.
I did not. Cyberverse did an okay job with 11 minutes, but they definitely tried to rush and cram in a lot. But at the same time, this is animation and voice acting, and that can always be modified to help flow the story and everything. But Cyberverse just had a way too fast flow for me. So it's kind of nice going to be able to build out these episodes and these characters and the story and see what happens next. And I'm also going to acknowledge a comment from JJ Prime reviews in the comment section earlier. He said that he hopes EarthSpark gets more than 3 seasons. Yes! Break the fucking cycle of Transformers shows only making it past 3 seasons, please.
I hope it gets past the first, because we haven't heard any I was
gonna say I rather let's hope the first.
I mean, that could be the same thing with some other recent shows that have already been approved for a 2nd and 3rd season. It isn't far fetched. It's not out there. They could do it, but that's one thing that's always bugged me about Transformers cartoons is they always get the shaft right after 3rd seasons. Aside from Transformers G1. Armada, which anyone can argue with me about that, TFW, IMDb, and the DVD sets all say season 1 through 4. Bite me. Sorry. Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015, Transformers Cyberverse, and Transformers Rescue Bots have all had 4 seasons. All of them. So it's not too far-fetched, and it's not too wild to be here's EarthSpark, we're going for 5 seasons. Do it. Build out these characters. You have amazing talent from Rescue Bots, from Rise of the TMNT. You have Nick Roach from IDW Publishing as a Cybertronian character designer, as well as character designer in general. You have the talent. You have the resources. Use it. sorry for my tangent. I'm just very, very passionate about IDW so much. Like,
I know.
I love it. I want this show to do well. I also just really want this curse to be broken because there's so many shows nowadays that get canceled after the 3rd season, and it's like there's still so much story to tell unless you've actually already made an ending for it.
I just hope it gets past the 1st, because we haven't heard any news about a 2nd season, either even in production or even being greenlit. So
yeah, I'm surprised they even announced how many episodes they have for a season already.
What is it? 18?
26?
It's 26.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! We're going old school.
I was gonna say that's a
That's like Unicron trilogy type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm excited now. I have very high hopes now because if they're doing that long and they have 30 minutes, yeah, I don't see this failing. This could just be blind optimism, but I know I said, oh, keep your expectations low. I'm the TF addict. This is my life. This is what I'm all about. I need that enthusiasm. That's like my dopamine. I hope it does so well. 26 episodes. Holy shit. I mean, it's Nickelodeon. That's not super surprising because didn't TMNT for a while have 26 episodes per season?
That was 24.
Yeah, so somewhere around there. So that's not bad, but yeah, man, I can't wait. So, yeah, closing thoughts. Everything for EarthSpark looks really good. The visuals, again, just give me that Transformers Prime Cyberverse kind of aesthetic that I love, mixed with IDW and Generation 1 Evergreen type designs, and it looks really cool. I love the idea of 2D animation being utilized for explosions and such. I think that's kind of
I want to talk about that so bad.
That was kind of a nice touch. I really enjoy that, and I also, correct me if I'm wrong, the backgrounds are still 3D, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's just the explosion. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Explosions, and I think Energon, Prime's Energon Axe is 2D.
Yeah.
The Energon itself.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, what?
There's one thing I forgot.
Take it away, my love.
Okay. When Robbie and Mo, touch on the rock, and you hear the voice, you see all those Cybertronian glyphs. I finally have translated what the heck they mean.
For context, TF Addict has a Cybertronian cipher thanks to a loot crate.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it says Legacy of Hope. That's pretty rad.
And also,
voice whispering.
Yeah, you hear the voice saying Legacy, but I couldn't hear the rest. But I think maybe it is Legacy of Hope for the voice, because if the Cybertronian glyphs are saying that, then why wouldn't the voice say that? Also, theory on that real brief. I'm just going to say, I think that's Primus.
Fair enough.
Oh, really? All right.
I honestly think that might have been Primus speaking. Might sound stupid, but I mean, who knows? Maybe in this universe, Primus is Earth. Or that artifact contains a fraction of Primus's spark or something. Which I'm pretty sure. Sorry for the squeaking. That's the chair, not me. I know it sounds like an excuse, but no, I didn't fart. But because how else would these Cybertronian Terran or these Terran Cybertronians be born without Primus?
I don't know. I mean, that's why this MacGuffin is a mystery.
I'm very curious to see how this is going to play out later on. But I think that's pretty much all the theories and everything that we have for EarthSpark. And I'm very excited to see more footage and hear more voice acting as it progresses towards fall. Like I said, I think this is going to do well. It's Nickelodeon. They know how to handle certain franchises. They did TMNT justice really well back in 2011 or 2010. 2011? No, 2012, I think. Yeah, 2012. That show was the equivalent of Transformers Prime, but with TMNT. They did such a fantastic job on that show.
And that ran for 5 seasons, right?
Oh yeah. Dude. Oh my god.
I got to the middle of it, then I stopped watching, unfortunately.
Yeah, it gets better. It gets a lot heavier, and it's so good. I love it. But I have hopes. I'm optimistic for for this. Optimistic, get it? Transform. Yeah, never mind. But like, yeah, it fills me with hope. This definitely is a new type of show. It's not your typical Transformers show where it's like Autobots and Decepticons are fighting a war. Cybertron's dead, even though Cybertron might be dead already. It's taking place after the war. It's a very new perspective, and I'm very, very curious to see, and I'm very optimistic to see how this is going to play out. So, without rambling on and going repeated myself, I'm going to cut it off here. So, for any information that you want on EarthSpark or anything, please use websites such as tfwiki.net, tfw2005, cybertron.com. All those resources are available on the internet. All you have to do is type. I know, it's difficult. I know. Shh. It's okay. You can do it. Links will not be provided for that information. You can find that anywhere. However, links provided for TFTC Extra on EarthSpark itself. Again, I didn't cover everything. This is more an in-depth version on that. Will be provided in a card in the upper right-hand corner as I'm talking right now, or it'll be provided in the description down below. So please be sure to go check that out as well. Stay tuned for the toy reveal video that I plan on doing, and also the reel that I'm about to share here in the next couple minutes or so after this is over. Just please be sure to check all this stuff out. I've worked really hard to be more consistent lately, and I'm very proud with it. And I really love more of the energy, the effort, the consistency, and just the time I'm taking to make this stuff, as opposed to feeling like I'm obligated to create for the sake of creation. But I want to thank Flaming Bees for joining me. I want to thank Blackwatch Jazz for joining us earlier. Everyone in the comment section, thank you so much for tuning in, hanging out with us. I am sincerely sorry that there was such a delay. I was aiming for 8 o'clock. So from now on, if you see, tonight at 7 p.m. EST, I'm going to start putting at least 7 or 8 because I don't want to give a percentage or an exact time. Please just be patient with me. This is not going to keep happening. I'm going to do my best to improve upon that. But also, let us know your thoughts down in the comment section or the live chat down below. I would love to pick your brains. I would love to see more engagement in the comment section, hear your thoughts on stuff that we talk about. So please, don't be shy. We're not going to bite. Well, I can't promise everyone. But please, engage with us. Let us know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So please feel free to check out Blackwatch Jazz and Flaming Bees. Again, links in the description down below. With that said, let's go ahead and do our outros for our panelists. So first and foremost, the Raptor, the Cyborg, the amalgamation of science and technology himself, Cyborg Raptor.
I have Instagram, same name. You can't miss it. Again, when it comes out, check out TFI Creations Jurassic Spark. I'm really excited for that project. It was good talking about it. We had some awesome ideas, and I can't wait for this show. A lot of potential. Can't wait to see more whenever it comes out in fall.
I'm also going to keep in mind from now on, especially for future episodes, that I will not include toy stuff that much because I do forget that you are not a toy collector anymore, and I want to. You are my co-host. I want to have you.
Really, Transformers have most of the Transformers is toys, so you know.
I mean, yeah, but I still want to have you included, dude, because it's like I felt like such an asshole for the last episode.
You're good.
So, anything else you want to say to any of the viewers still watching?
You have a good night.
Yeah, that's sweet. And of course, we have my lovely, my angel, my soon to be, my one and only TF Addictress 4891. Basically, the female version of me.
Sort of. I'm still a noob. Like, I mean, heck, I haven't even read all of IDW yet. I'm barely almost done with the second season of T1, which I'm kind of sad.
Nah, take your time. There's no obligation for it. But what I will say was with IDW, didn't you only get up to Spotlight Cliffjumper? I
don't know.
Oof. Because I remember you talking about that, and I was like, oh, prepare yourself for feels.
Yeah, that's a spicy one.
That's a heavy one. So, but now you know where to, sorry, I was just going to say, now you know where to catch up from.
Maybe.
So, yeah, please continue with your outro.
So you can find me, on IG, with this tag. And since, if you don't like EarthSpark, you better stay away from me because I'm basically going feral with it. It's gonna be all I talk about for the next couple months now.
I can't promise anyone's safety. She's a savage. She'll go after you. I promise. Be nice around EarthSpark. Don't waken the beast. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm still learning, but I'm happy to learn and make new friends. So hit me up if you want.
Nice, very nice. And once again, links to everyone in the panel will be provided in the description down below. If not tonight, it will be tomorrow sometime in the afternoon because I still want to make my videos and I still have to upload stuff. But I might work on it as soon as this is done just to get it out of the way because it is starting to get late. It's almost midnight and I have to get my sleep on track because I'm going to a convention this Sunday. That's right. TF Addict is going to a convention again. I meant to post this a while back when I went in 2017 or 2018. I forget. But I go to a convention down here in Florida in the Tampa Bay area called, fittingly enough, the Tampa Bay Comic Convention, because we can't call it Tampa Bay Comic Con anymore because of SDCC trademarking the term Comic Con. Thank you very much, you wonderful, stingy people. You don't own Comic Con, but anyway. Yeah, so if you're in the Tampa Bay area and you're going, I will be going Sunday. I will be there from hopefully 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And if not, then I'll be there from 10 to 3. I look forward to meeting some of you guys. I would love to meet up with some Florida TF addicts. I will be wearing my TFA shirt because it's a convention and there are content creators there and I'm going to be there, so makes sense. I'm going to record some videos. I'm hopefully going to get some videos of Jess Harnell, Carrie Payton, and Nolan North promoting my channel, as well as just get some photos with them because those are legendary voice actors and they have been part of the Transformers franchise. And I'm very happy and excited to finally meet Nolan North. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very eager for that, and I'm very excited to get that, to kind of check that off my bucket list in a sense. But of course, I'm also going to go down there for Transformers because what am I? Say it with me now. I am the TF Addict.
The TF Addict.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, in terms of videos, I do have some more stuff on the way. I'm currently in the process of making a EarthSpark toy reveal TFTC extra. I do plan on doing a trailer breakdown for EarthSpark, considering this is still very relevant and this is something I want to go through. However, I'm now debating that and just kind of leaving this be the breakdown, considering we sort of did that in a way, as well as the TFTC extra that I've already done on the EarthSpark footage. Again, I didn't cover everything, but those are made to be more smaller, digestible videos for you to absorb and to just kind of watch through. So, but once again, please go check out those videos. And also, very minor shout out, but also very unrelated. Please go check out my video on Big Redhead Vintage Toys because I just recently discovered that it did export in 4K. So that would be my first 4K video. I'm very proud of that one as well. It's a nice little showcase of his store. He will be down there at Tampa Bay Comic Convention as well, so I will be sure to take some pictures of his inventory that he brings there as well. I have Transformers Divided Mind coming out soon. I have not been able to work on it because being a caregiver has definitely been a lot of work. I've been really trying to keep up with the house and everything and make sure we have food in our stomachs and clothes on our backs, all that kind of happy go. I mean, we have clothes, but I have to do laundry basically. But it's a lot of work. It's kind of hard for me to balance things, but so far I think I've been doing a pretty good job. So please bear with me. That will be coming out very soon. If not by the end of this year, the beginning of next year, but it will be coming out. That is a story that I do intend to tell more so than I did with Trees and a Tarn story, especially after some complications. Just please bear with me. I will get that out to you guys as soon as I can. The other thing, too, is I have an Instagram. That's Instagram.com/TFA1024. Please go follow me there for exclusive behind-the-scenes looks at upcoming projects. Please go check it out for upcoming figure photography, for Transformers news, and also go check out my backup account, the TF Addict. That's Instagram.com/TheTFAddict or Transformers Addict. Please be sure to go check those out as well. Support those. I would sincerely appreciate it. I'm currently at 2,024 followers. I'm trying to get past that. So be sure to like, be sure to comment, be sure to share, and subscribe and follow for more. Because those are the only ways that your entertainment will be transformed. And again, please support everyone here involved in the panel. go like and follow and subscribe to all of them. Because as I keep saying, support costs nothing, but it is incredibly valuable. So once again, thank you all very much for tuning in. This has been TFTC episode 81, and I look forward to bringing you episode 82 at some point later on, whenever it may be. We're not going to be as consistent as we are. I still have to think of topics and such, but please be patient with me. You will get some more content coming very soon. And let me just say, the next video after the EarthSpark toy reveal video is going to be something a little more up my alley. Just kind of gives you that little boost of power, you know, just a little connection, if you're not getting it by now. I'm talking about Armada. Mini cons. I'm talking about Transformers Armada. That is one of my upcoming videos that I teased on Instagram. I will be doing an updated Armada figure list that I would like to see in future Transformers toy lines, or characters that I would like to see in updated Transformers toy lines for Transformers Armada. So stay tuned for that. I've already worked on the intro. I'll be filming the rest of it very soon. So stay tuned. And I think that's pretty much it, because this is a long-ass outro. I apologize. But once again, thank you all very much for tuning in. I hope everyone's been having a wonderful Friday night, or wherever you are across this big, beautiful blue ball in the sky. Please check out everyone else involved. Please be sure to subscribe and support everyone here. And also, if you're new here, please be sure to hit that big red subscribe button, because this is the only channel where your entertainment will be transformed. And with all that being said, please remember, until next time, to stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is TFA 1024, the TF Addict, rolling out until all is fun. Good night.